Hello. Hello, Coquito.
Hello, Danielira.
My Coquiro.
¿Cómo está, Danielira?
Todo está bien.
Perfecto.
Todo perfecto. ¿Tú cómo estás?
Very well, Mondongo.
I like that.
Very good, Danielira.
Mhm.
Danielira, I started without you. I apologize. Well, as you were setting up.
You started without everyone? Yes.
Yeah.
Have you done this before? Yes.
What? Starting without?
Starting before
Yes.
everyone? Yes.
Yes.
Do you still have to apologize for that? No. It's fine.
I feel the obligation.
No. It's perfectly fine.
So the reason that I started,
Mm-hmm.
while I'm picking some brushes.
Mm-hmm. Always ready.
Always.
You're always ready. Yeah.
Always.
Always as in never.
Never. So the reason that I started was that let me see. So this is the raw paper. And ever since I've noticed that even though it's probably more technically adept to prime my paper, even though it might guarantee some more years in the life of the paper. Ever since I noticed that priming the paper, even though I try to do it, in a sound manner, it still wobbles. I still have paper that is not quite flat. And that doesn't bother me, but it kind of does. Like, I'm still okay with it. I'm still fine. But there's something about it that just bugs me a little bit. So I stopped using my acrylic primer, my transparent acrylic primer, because it is something that I don't mind using, and especially if I'm doing like sort of indirect painting, even though I rarely glaze if I'm doing indirect painting. But if I'm doing indirect painting where I have like an underdrawing, underpainting, a dead-ish layer, and then, a painted layer, I actually like that my drawing is isolated, and then I do like an underpainting, like a solid underpainting based on that drawing. So I don't mind those things. That's how I paint it. That's how I was taught how to paint, and that's how I painted. Have probably painted hundreds of paintings like that. So I don't mind that, but it still kind of bugs me that the paper, it's just not as nice and kind of like, well, I don't need it to be perfect, but there's a paper quality that I love that is sacrificed, I feel, when I use the transparent acrylic binder. That's why it's probably best to just lay it on a board, or glue it on a board, or stretch it onto stretchers or onto a board, because that bit of tension makes a huge difference. I could try to be more proper about the way I should prime the paper, which is that I should wet my paper first and then blot it. I should take like a spritzer, wet it, then blot it to take the excess out. That expands my fibers really nicely. And with my fibers expanded, I can actually apply the primer. This is how I understand it, but I think I have a good, like, my description is a good understanding of why this works. So when you wet the paper, it actually expands the fibers. And when you apply whatever size you're applying, it could be, rabbit skin glue, or it could be a transparent acrylic binder, it could be gesso. When you apply it, then the idea is for the whole of your paper to have expanded and then contracted, like slowly contracted, as your primer is drying. So instead of getting like pockets of areas where maybe the paper got wet a little bit more, or maybe you put like a little more primer in some area. And what you eventually get with that is just like, let's say, absorbency rates that are not the same, that are just like spread throughout your paper, or even like the dumb little act of starting to apply in an area of your paper your size or your primer, which creates immediately, like if I start from bottom up, let's say, and if I start brushing here, it immediately treats the fibers in the bottom part of the paper differently from the ones that are up top. So that creates like a tension that is unequal. And that's why you get wobbling. Your paper is kind of fighting to dry and to stabilize like at different rates all throughout your sheet. So the way that you work around that is by wetting your paper. If you have like something that is that is soluble in water, let's say you did a drawing in charcoal or something, you should fix it first. You should apply some fixative first, so that your drawing is going to be undisturbed with the wetting and the blotting. But if you wet it and you blot it and then you apply, it should be fine. But I don't do that step because I've gotten less and less patient throughout the years. So what I do now is something that is not super sound, which is I gave this paper like a drink of alkyd medium, like a drink of liquid.
Drink?
A drink. Like a small drink.
A shot.
A shot. Yeah. 2 shots of vodka. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I gave it like a little drink of liquid this morning. And it, it's dry to the touch. It feels greasier, but it's, dry-ish, let's say.
Looking to it from the side,
Yeah.
I thought maybe you used the wax.
Yeah, it looks greasier.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. Like satin,
Yeah, like satin.
like satin.
Yeah, velvety satin.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So, why do I do that? I'm hoping that I do that just so that the fibers can then receive this a little bit better. Because it's not going to dry. It's going to get absorbed, but liquid still needs way more hours to dry, to actually dry. Liquid dries in about, and stabilizes, I would say in a thin layer in like 24 hours or maybe a little bit more, but 24 hours you're good. So even though this is like touch dry, I'm like quoting there, air quotes, it's not really. All the paper has done is just absorbed like a ton of the medium, which I'm guessing, if the paper's gonna like get ruined, then with the paint and with the heavy metals of that are inside the paint, I mean, we might as well just overkill the paper. So we gave it like a nice sort of drink so it begins to like seal. And then we do this, and you can actually tell that there's a difference. I don't know if you guys can tell that there's a difference, but I can. And I'll try to explain how I know that there's a difference between just applying, this kind of umber wash. Let's call it a wash, like a thinned down layer of umber, thinned down by our alkyd medium, our liquid. So it is different because when it's just raw and you attempt to stain the paper, which is pretty much what you would be doing, you would get, I don't know if you guys see it, but you would get these like blotchy kind of stains that you see here. They're kind of uneven, sort of irregular. You can kind of see it here. And I get most of those in my edges because I probably can't go towards, when you are, it's the same as if you're priming something. Like you don't really get to the edges that well. So your edges are usually kind of uneven. So I have those kind of blotchy parts here reminding me like, yeah, the paper would, like, that's what would happen to the paper. I wonder, so if you look at the back, well, we can't, well, let's do this. Oh, it's already focused, Danny, so I don't think it's going to be a problem if we take it off. I know it's kind of framed, but I already know where to put the paper, so don't worry, Danny
Okay.
O'Leary. Danny's like super concerned with this because she always sets everything up, so, and I always mess it up, so.
Mhm.
So don't pay attention to these. These are because I don't know, there was paint underneath, but that's fine. So what do we see? We see like a little stain here, which is probably a place that I hadn't gotten to with my first drink. And we see like a yellowish kind of tint to it. Not terribly stained. I mean, you can see where it got darker with this one, with that little margin there that I masked off. But it doesn't, it's not terrible. It's not terrible. And it hasn't dried yet, so it's probably going to get a little bit better. So not terrible, I would say. Let's see if we can...
Alínealo si quieres a la de arriba.
Yeah, that one, but I'm guessing this is close, right? Are we close-ish? I think we're close.
Ish.
Ish. Yeah, close-ish.
Yeah.
In my world, close-ish is close. Or close-ish is perfect.
Mhm.
So I had given it a drink, and I was really not concerned, but I was very anxious to do this little thing where I just used some tape, some blue tape, and masked this little part off because that's what Danny had suggested that she wanted to see.
I like it.
Yeah, very raw. It
Yeah.
has that yellow kind of stain, kind of tint that
And
comes
kind
from
of
the
Pinkish.
yeah, it just
from
comes
the
from
color.
because the pencil, the is it water soluble pencil?
I think it is.
I don't think these are. Let's see. From what I can tell,
What color is it? Black or blue?
I mean, there's easier way, right? Let's see. I'm just gonna use spit, so I'm sorry.
No.
So it's not.
No.
So but the thing is, it leaves a residue. Like you'll have little remnants of pigment, color, pencil pigment all over your drawing. And liquid, I don't know if it can dissolve it. Maybe. I don't know what solvent is in liquid. Some mineral spirits or something. But it can dissolve and it can kind of stain a little bit. It doesn't stain everywhere, as you can see. It probably stained here because that was my most dense
Mhm.
place when I, kind of gave the bit of hair some value. But I think all of that is quite beautiful. If I have to be very honest, I think it's super beautiful. So I don't mind these things. To me, that's like the history of a work. And I just adore when any work, it could be a watercolor, it could be a drawing even, but when it can speak about the moment or the moments in which it was made, I think that that's one of the most beautiful things in art. Like literally, that to me is like one of the most beautiful things that you can visually extract from an image when you are when you're looking at it and reflecting upon it. If you can sense stages, if you can sense the artist, saying, I did this first and then I did this last, let's say, if we pick like the ends of the spectrum, I think it's amazing. It just, I don't know, it just gives you like a little glimpse on how somebody thought. And I think that that's probably one of the most exciting things ever when you see, when there are clues left behind that show you how these genius artists, how they thought. So
Yeah.
I love that.
Also,
So
when
yes,
it talks
Danny
about
O'Leary.
time. No, because I also love that. And I love to see time
Yes.
in people's work.
Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah.
That's very very nice way of putting it. Yes. It's like a physical manifestation of time. I mean, there's like implicit time in every work of art.
No, it is, but there's some that
Yeah.
you can't see the
Right.
like the time that took
Right. Right.
for that thing to be.
Yes.
And I love when you can see the time.
Yeah. So Daniel Ira,
Kokiro.
these are probably not at all wise technical decisions, but they are my technical,
Decisions.
my choices.
Your 2 shots of vodka.
Yeah, they're my choices. So, if they make sense to me, then they make sense. And I'm not coming at this from ignorance. I'm coming at this fully knowing how and why you're supposed to do things a particular way. And I'm also coming at it knowing that those are ways in which I have painted before. So, yeah. So it's not a manner to justify my ignorance. It's just, it's just a way to say, I chose this.
Mm-hmm.
And I can live with that. Like nobody else has to live with that, but I'm okay living with that. Anyways.
Question.
Yes, Daniel Ira.
This light bugging you in the phone? Because we can move it. It's
no, don't worry. No, it's
actually
it is that, but it's also the light from
the outside.
the outside. So it would have to be like that.
And can you do it with more?
Maybe.
Yeah, because if you want to, I can move this.
No,
one a
I've
little
had
bit.
that. Like I kind of grew accustomed to it. I know it's
To
not the
not
most.
seeing?
Yeah, not looking at, not
Yeah.
being able to see my reference. Yeah, no,
Nice.
it's terrible. It doesn't matter. It honestly it doesn't. It's
And
fine.
if you put it higher?
It's fine.
Okay.
So let's get started.
Get it started.
Yeah. Oh no, that's terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna slowly, but I'm gonna try to stain it slowly because it is much more of a staining process than like an underpainting because I can't really move paint quite that much because it absorbs really quickly. So I have to be mindful of that because if I don't go somewhat slowly, it'll just become super heavy handed very quickly. So I have to be very careful. Okay, we can start.
Okay.
Daniel Ira.
So.
Yes.
Let's see. Oh, by the way, I
Yeah.
have to show this
Oh.
because there is a gem
Oh.
that I was looking at
Yeah.
that I got from my grandparents' town.
An amethyst.
An
A
amethyst.
sapphire.
And
Ruby.
you were talking about
Colombian emeralds.
we were talking about the pass of time.
The passage of time, yeah?
Yeah. Like an imprint of time. And
Yeah?
there's a physical imprint in
Okay.
this one.
Oh,
saw
I
it.
know what you're
Yeah.
saying. Okay.
But I want to show it because I think that if someone can appreciate a piece of art like this,
Oh,
it's here.
OPL family, yeah.
So I bought 3 little pieces.
3.
Yeah, they
Look
were
at you,
crazy
Mrs.
expensive,
Moneybags
but I
over
wanted
there.
to splurge.
Yeah, I know. Jesus
It's
Christ.
Nicolas, Chili, and me.
What?
So I don't know if people could see it because it's so tiny, but I don't know if maybe there you can see them. So a little close up. This is a first gem. You can see the painting. I loved it. I have to say, I would 1,000% go to a show of this little
Yeah?
sculptures. 100%. I was so in love with it. And little chili. So nobody asked for this and nobody wanted to see this, but I wanted to show it. So
Nobody knew they needed this in their
Exactly.
lives until you did it.
can you see the brows in me? They are just fine art. I love them.
Very fine.
Yeah.
I love them too.
So let's get started. Rosaline was saying, Danny, they're wonderful. Perfect. Yeah, they were like 50 cents. The 3. 50 cents. Sí, 6 cents.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the 3 of those. I love them. Marcial was saying, hey. Hey, Marcial. How are you? Long time no see. María Cacaito, pelón, dice,
Mm.
hola, hola, ¿cómo van? Dani, ¿cómo sigues de tu quemada? Muy bien, Cacaito. Hidratándome y ya, pero mejor, mucho mejor, la verdad.
Sí, ella dice hidratándose, pero yo solo la he visto tomar ron. Es como la disculpa.
Si no me he estado echando juiciosa mi aloe, la verdad no he estado tomando tanta agua, ¿sabes? Pero
No,
me refería a hidratándome las piernas
con el ron.
con el ron. No, y hoy, digamos, me pude bañar con agua tibia ya.
Y ron.
Y
Mete
ron.
ron a la ducha. Yo no sé qué hace allá, pero
Para aguantarme el dolor del agua caliente.
se
Pero
pone a
gracias por
cantar.
la pregunta, mi cacaíto. Ay, y cacaíto, ayer estaba preocupada por mis archivos.
Ujú.
Cacaíto, quiero contarte que me di cuenta que en mi celular hubo una carpeta que se salvó y es la de los pantallazos. Entonces es fatal porque hay pantallazos de recibos, hay pantallazos de
Las
direcciones
fotos más
de la
importantes.
calculadora. Pero sí, eso me hizo reír. Em, sí, así es la vida. ¿Tú cómo estás, cacaíto? Liad was saying hello. Hey, Liad, how are you?
Hey,
I
Leah.
have to say long time no see, Liad. So, how are you, Liad? Guillaume Lheureux
Ooh la la.
was saying hello, everyone. Hey,
Mm.
Guillaume, how are you? Rosalind Dion was saying hello, friends. Hey, Rosalind. Brendan Kendrick was saying hello, all. Happy to be here. Happy that you're here, Brendan. How are you? Rosalind was saying this is going to be a beautiful painting.
Okay, way to jinx it. Thank you.
Marcial was saying, Nicolas,
Marcial.
there are these paper blocks that are specially made for acrylics and oils, but
Mhm.
are a bit more expensive. I'm sure you're aware of it.
Yes.
And Marcial was also saying scrapbook paper works also really great for me. It's thick and cheaper.
There we go. Yeah. I actually have a pad of arch paper off to the side. Arch.
Ach. Liat was saying when I put matte medium on watercolor paper, I don't notice it warping.
No, watercolor paper is usually a little bit thicker.
Yeah.
You also have to check and see if your watercolor paper has already has size. Many times we don't see it that well, but watercolor paper sometimes, and probably more traditional watercolor paper, usually has size. Like they have pre-sized the paper, so that'll make it way more stable.
Carla Anglada was saying, hi, Danny, Nicolas, sweet chili and chat. Hey, Carla, how are you? I hope everyone could see Chili because she's just,
Chilling
well,
as
her
always.
pillow is my hand,
Yeah.
the one I'm using the mouse with.
Oh,
So,
great. Yeah,
yeah.
I've been there. Not comfortable.
No, and she's lying in my left foot. I don't know
Oh,
if you can
look at you.
see.
That's why your legs, like yesterday, you were telling me, oh, I don't know why my legs are asleep.
No,
Look at
yesterday,
your pose.
while we were streaming, I start feeling my pinky
Yeah?
in my toe. Okay.
Your
My
pink.
pinky in my foot
Yeah?
asleep. I don't know if you say it like that in English, but
Yeah.
and then all the fingers, and then all the feet, foot,
All the feet.
all the foot.
How many are there?
Well, there's two, so I
Oh,
can say
okay.
feet.
All of them.
And yeah, so I was telling you that I had no idea why it was because yesterday I didn't have such a bad posture as I always
Well,
do. So,
judging you today, I would say
oh, I'm
that
gonna have cramps all over my body, but Chile is comfortable, so
well, I mean, I think you could reach like a little compromise there. You don't have to sacrifice.
Everything for
Yeah.
Chili. No, yeah, maybe I'm gonna move her a little bit. Chilita. Eso. Eso. Eso.
I think that's better. She'll be fine.
No creo.
She'll be fine.
Chili be fine.
Yeah, or you can just draw. You can put her down and she'll go to bed.
No, because she wanted to be with me.
Mm-hmm. She wanted to.
She wanted to.
Yeah. Well,
She was here crying.
no, God. I
for
missed
my
that.
attention.
I missed that part.
Well. Noel C.
Noelio.
dice, buenas tardes, OPL, buen día para pintar.
Noelio.
Noelio. ¿Qué dice el Noelio? Mira, ¿yo por qué hago esto? Mírame la pierna otra vez.
Porque
Por
eres
mensa. Lo más menso de este mundo. Eso
una
eres.
hueva eres.
Liet was saying, I have to go. I will be back in a little bit. It's good to see everyone.
Same.
So we'll see you, Liet.
Liat Antonio.
Sofía Centurión dice, buenos días, chicos. ¿Cómo están?
Alcachofa.
Hola, Sofi, ¿qué tal?
¿Cómo le ha ido la Sofi?
Saint Gales was saying, oi, guess who's watching while getting back from uni?
Oh, nice.
How was your uni day, Saint Gales? Parting Mist was saying, well, hot darn. I don't know how to say that. Hot darn.
Hot darn.
Hot darn.
Yeah. Hot dog.
Hot darn. That's a good drawing.
It was.
I think they were talking about the drawing in the little pieces I showed.
Oh, the
No, I'm joking, of course.
the
it's
eyebrows.
serious. The eyebrows are. Yeah. Cachafaya was saying, greetings, y'all. ¿Qué tal? Hola, Cachafaya. ¿Qué tal? Carla Anglada was saying, oh my gosh, those are lovely little figurines. And Rosalind was saying, even better, when I said the high price I paid for those.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we are, we have to go to the bank tomorrow to explain.
Why?
Yeah.
Such a big transaction.
Some transactions.
Yeah. Guillaume was saying, cute. Yeah, they're very cute.
They're
very
beautiful.
cool. I love
Yeah.
them. María Cacaito dice, todo bien, bueno, se salvaron los screenshots al menos, jaja, esas son inmunes a la inteligencia de la limpieza. Sí, la inteligencia del celular pensó que eso era lo que tenía que guardar.
Fundamental.
Números y
Esto
ya.
debe ser importante.
Sí. No todas las fotos
No.
de un perrito divino,
Sí.
ni de lugares, ni de personas, solo los números.
Eso es.
Paulo Vázquez was saying hello there. Hey Paulo, how are you? Jeff Akoff dice, hola Chili, Dani, Nico and Chat desde Holanda. Hola Jeff, ¿qué tal?
Muchos Holanda seguidos, Jeff.
Sí, Jeff, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasó con los viajes, Jeff?
Nuestro trotamundos.
Parting Mist was saying, I tried the rough watercolor paper, but I didn't care for it too much. I thought I'd like it best since I like cold press better than hot press. But turns out I like good old cold press best.
That's
LOL.
good. Yeah.
I think the extra playful drawings in the background that end up disappearing with the painting. I'm sorry, not I think. I was like, what are you saying? I like the extra
Be
playful
aggressive,
drawings
Daniela.
in the background that end up disappearing with the painting. Anything in particular that got you, including those drawings that don't make it to the final? So, Parting Mist, you should see.
Oh, it was yesterday's
Yesterday's
session.
video.
So it's an invitation for yesterday's session because
It's like a little summary.
all our
of
all like everything that lives inside all of our paintings, it has a reason for being. I'm gonna say that. It tells a story. So if you want to know yesterday's story, we invite you to check yesterday's video.
Yeah. And then you'll get all the references
Yeah.
in the drawings. Chilita.
You'll be a lesser person for it though, but I mean, it's going to be 3 hours that life is not going to give you back. So
Sofía Centurión dice, muy bien, gracias por la ayuda del otro día, Nico.
no, señora, muy amable. Estaba preguntando la Chofi. acerca de envíos internacionales,
Ah,
couriers
claro.
internacionales, envíos internacionales.
Claro, claro.
Le dije que de pronto nuestra situación es más particular porque en Colombia es
No hay...
obligatorio, pues sí, no tenemos envíos internacionales colombianos, entonces
Ujú.
tenemos que usar un courier internacional y
Permisos
tenemos
del
que pedir
ministerio.
permisos al Ministerio de Cultura.
Sí. Jeff Akoff dice, estoy feliz porque después de 3 semanas muy ocupadas, finalmente puedo pintar este fin de semana. Es
Muy
como
bien,
oxígeno para mí.
me
Ay, qué
alegro
bueno. ¿Y qué va a
muchísimo.
pintar Jeff? ¿Ya sabe? ¿O esto es mucha presión?
Sí, la verdad, sí.
Parting Mist was saying, I'll have to check that out.
Thank you, parting.
Y Jeff dice, y decidí que voy a Madrid para el fin de semana
Oh, qué
de
bueno.
Easter, visitar el Prado, el Museo Sorolla y también pintar un poco plein air.
Muy
Muy
bien.
chévere.
¿No hay una expo de Freud en Madrid, Jeff? Creo. De pronto me estoy equivocando. O yo no sé si ya acabó, pero creo que había una expo de Lucian Freud.
Es que no sé si alcance al teclado
No, tranqui
para
ahí.
buscar.
Jeff nos cuenta.
Sí, cuéntenos, cuéntenos.
Hoy Dani no puede hacer
¿No es que pueden ver a Chili?
su googleado tradicional.
Jeff dice, no estoy seguro, necesito buscarlo. Jeff, por favor,
A
nos
trabajar.
cuenta. Sí, a trabajar que yo no puedo hoy.
Hágale pues.
Em, J. Nesna
Ajá.
dice, estoy probando los stick oil bars. Oil bars.
Ah,
Stick oil bars.
muy buenos.
Es como si dibujaras.
Espectacular, me encantan.
Sí, a mí también. Yo hice unos en la universidad.
Sí,
Sí, esos no son tan chéveres.
cuando uno
Pues,
los hace, no quedan como los bonitos de Sennelier
sí, sí, sí.
o de Winsor Newton, que Winsor Newton también hace bonitos.
Sí,
No le quedan a uno
pero
igual,
también es chévere hacerlos.
pero sí, uno les coge cariño a los de uno.
Sí. Pero sí, 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 probé exactamente los de Sennelier.
Ulala.
Ulala. Y son ulala.
Sí, pero es que
Son muy
son
buenos.
costosini.
Sí, bastante. Em, Rosaline Dion was saying, Danny, I really love the sweater today. You look beautiful.
Oh,
Thank you,
I
Rosaline
had to
Dion.
turn to see what sweater you were wearing, even though
How's the
I've seen
burn
you
today? So
for
it is
hours.
a vest. I have a vest and a long sleeve. But thank you.
I had to look again to
'Cause you
notice
have
that there
no
were two
idea.
pieces.
Yeah. Thank you, Rosaline Dion.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. And how's the burn today? Better. Way better. I was telling my cousin that I was able to take a shower with warm
Pants.
water. No, because I had to use cool,
Mm-hmm.
not cold, but cool
Oh,
water.
Jesus.
It's true. Because cold was very.
Cold.
No, it was hurting too.
Mm-hmm. Your spirit.
My legs. But it's way better today. Thank you for asking. How are you, Rosaline Dion? What are you doing? Peter Smikins was saying, Hi, Danny and Nico and chat. Long time.
Peter?
Kinda miss drawing and painting. Love the chat in the background. Oh, so you're listening to us while you're gonna draw or paint?
Yeah, that's good.
And Peter was also saying, also, unfortunately, didn't get in your classes, but I did join the online class by Alex Voigt. Really love them.
Oh, awesome.
That's great. How is it, Peter?
It sucks.
No.
No, I'm kidding.
Sofía Centurión
Mm-hmm.
was saying, estaba diciendo, sí, igual fue súper triste porque al final no se la pudo llevar, ya que
No.
literalmente el envío era más caro que la obra.
Pasa,
Me
Sophie.
sentí súper triste de no poder hacerme cargo de eso yo.
Mm,
Ahora entendí muchas cosas cuando ustedes hablan del tema.
sí, pasa,
Sí,
Sophie.
Sofi.
De las cosas más frustrantes que hay en la comercialización internacional de una obra es el envío. O sea, y como que la gente se eduque en cuanto a, a entender que el envío va a ser parte de algo, Sofi. O sea, es simplemente eso. Lo que pasa es
Sí.
que muchas veces la gente dice, voy a pagar X, lo que sea. digamos, $10 por algo. Y entonces hay mucha gente que de pronto no ha comprado arte o no ha comprado mucho arte o no está acostumbrada a hacer compras internacionales y dice, no, me costó $10.
Mm.
Entonces está feliz y pasa su tarjeta por $10 o hace una transacción por $10 y uno tiene que decirles, no, pues sí vale 10, pero para que usted la reciba, y esto no es uno, Sofi, o sea, si yo comprara una obra en una galería que cuesta, no sé, $2.000, lo más probable es que me dijeran, ¿y a dónde la enviamos? Ah, a Colombia, le vale $1.000 más. O
Sí.
sea, el embalaje, porque me la embalan
Incluso te
profesional
iba a decir, sí.
y me la mandan es como nosotros le decimos a eso guacales,
Ujú.
como en una
Como en
caja
un
de
crate.
madera, sí, en
Sí.
una crate. Y yo tendría que ser consciente de eso. Apenas digo, yo quiero esto, yo tengo que ser quien es la primera persona consciente de decir, claro, la quiero, pero es que me va a costar a mí ponerla en donde yo vivo.
Mm.
Y eso es totalmente habitual
Sí.
cuando se compran cosas en línea, cuando se compra arte. Entonces también, digamos, Sofi, hay un pedacito que uno se demora un poquito, pero es como educando a las personas que eso es una realidad.
Sí, sobre todo porque hay mucha gente, como tú decías, que está en Estados Unidos y está acostumbrada a que los envíos allá cuestan, no sé, $5.
Sí.
Cuando uno dice, no sé, $50, $60, ¿qué es lo que a uno le cuesta el envío? Y eso, porque a
Ujú.
veces
No,
es
nosotros
mucho
perdemos,
más,
sí,
nosotros
nosotros
siempre perdemos en lo del
perdemos,
envío,
sí,
pero si uno les dice ese número se escandalizan
sí,
y pues sí es importante saber que pues ese es el valor que hay que pagar
sí. Y
por enviar
aparte,
algo.
post pandemia, esos costos se incrementaron muchísimo.
Sí.
Esa es la realidad del mundo.
Saint Gales was saying, "Are the burns healing?" Oh, there goes the answer. Haha. Yeah, yeah, I'm getting way better. They don't hurt that much.
No,
Dice.
I mean, you don't look perfect now, but it looks way, way better.
Way
When you
better, yeah.
got here, it was like you were so inflamed. It
Yeah.
was, it was just shocking,
No, and
really.
everything hurt. I told
No,
you.
I
Like
could
I
tell.
moved that night, and the covers
Yeah.
just moved, and it hurt.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. No,
So
no, it was pretty bad.
I
I'll say this as somebody impartial here. It was really bad.
yeah.
Like really, really bad.
Also, because it was again, it's not like all the legs are burned, but it's like it looks like I spilled something.
It was very blotchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's way better. Thank you so much. Dice Jeff Akoff dice sí, Lucian Freud, exposición al museo en Thyssen. Gracias por la info.
No, no, no.
Eh,
Que lo disfrute. Nos cuenta Jeff.
nosotros vimos un Freud en
Es que
Thyssen.
sí, porque él pintó tiene varios.
Sí, pero creo que vimos solo uno en la sala de abajo, el
Eh,
del autorretrato.
es que el Barón Thyssen, Freud pintó al Barón Thyssen.
Pero ese es ahí más arriba.
Sí, hay
Pero
unos
hay un
arriba.
autorretrato que había abajo. Del
No,
como
no sé cómo sea. Sí, ¿te acuerdas ese que están los dos niñitos y uno mirando hacia arriba
estaba arriba.
con la lámpara? Ese autorretrato es
Sí.
increíble.
No, ese es el que estaba abajo.
Es que no recuerdo. Yo me acuerdo
Es
de
que
haber
yo
visto
saben
ese
cómo sabría
arriba.
mirando el celular.
Ah,
Pero
pero
pues como ya el celular no me sirve nada. Y ahora estoy mirando y dice, tengo ya como el 90% del almacenamiento bien. Y yo
sí,
dije, bueno, por lo menos va a funcionar bien. Hoy se me pegó una trabada del celular.
sí.
Entonces borré todo en vano. Porque el problema
Bueno,
es el celular.
el problema es el celular.
Entonces, sí, qué tusa. Guy Bailey was saying, hi both. Too long since last viewing. I think I
Ah,
last commented on starting to use unprimed mixed media paper and
okay.
was loving it.
Oh,
I
awesome.
am totally hooked on this approach. Thank you so
Dude,
much. Oh,
nice.
that's great. That's great, Guy. And it's great to have you here again. What have you been doing? How are you? Mm, Peter Smickens was saying Axel seems like a great teacher, but I can't really compare since I've never really had an art education. Most useful information I picked up from your channel. And a wink emoji.
Oh, terrible. Terrible source there. Yeah.
Rosaline Dion was saying, it's been spring break around here.
Uh-huh.
Most of the week, I've been hanging with 3 babies, ages 2, 1, and 6 months. Everyone left last night, and today I'm recovering.
Woof.
Woof.
I
Well,
would
it
need like
sounds
3
lovely.
years.
No. Well, you know I love little kids and babies.
Yeah, well.
Like it drains me
Oh,
a
Jesus
lot,
Christ.
but I think I have like stamina for that.
Yeah, you are recreation for kids.
Yeah.
You're high energy around kids, which is pretty remarkable.
But I would say it's not like I'm a try hard with kids.
No.
Because they just like gravitate towards me.
I know.
And I just
they know.
embrace that and play with them until I can't move the next day. Catherine was saying, hello, Danny, Nicolas, Chilean chat. Hey, Catherine, how are you? Jeff Akoff dice seguramente. Carla Anglada was saying, hi, Catherine. Rosalind was saying, other than hanging with the babes, I've been working on travel plans. That's my life update. LOL. Ooh. So Rosalind's just trying to compete with Jeff Akoff.
Yeah.
Who travels more.
Well, we are sharing a destination.
Soon.
Rosalind and I.
Yeah, with Rosalind. I'm going to be... How do you say that? Because I know there's a saying that people say, which is FOMO.
You could,
but
it's not even a saying.
I'm gonna be FOMOing. No.
Oh, yeah. Throw it out.
I'm FOMOing.
Yeah. No, people say that.
I'm gonna FOMO. No, I don't know how to.
I'm gonna FOMO row.
I'm gonna FOMO. No, because it's not row.
FOMO row. I'm gonna FOMO row.
Because the other row, I wasn't FOMOing because I was there.
Yeah.
So Roni.
What?
Nicolas and.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I'm gonna
like FOMO
Roni. Pomeroni.
That's like a plate in Rome.
Yeah. Uno Pomeroni, per favore. Grazie. Grazie mille. Sophie dice, sí, igual por suerte la chica fue súper comprensiva. Y viendo el lado positivo, es lindo saber que alguien encuentra como algo en tu obra y quiera tenerla sin que sea comisión o algo así. Se sintió lindo, así que me quedo con eso.
Eso es. Hay tiempo, Sophie, tranquila.
Sí.
Hay tiempo, paciencia.
Guy Bailey was saying, I'm good, thank you. Very busy at the day job, but finding more time to paint. That's
nice.
Great. I don't know why. I think yes.
Could you remind us, Guy, what the day job is? And forgive me if you've told us before.
There's like little fuzz. It looks like sweater fuzz.
What Guy does?
No.
Like deal with sweater fuzz?
Yeah, he
is he running like a sweatshop there? What is going on?
Sweater fuzz. No, there's sweater fuzz. In my mic, so it's like tickling.
Yeah.
My lip when I talk. So terrible. Carla Anglada was saying, Rosalind, you are so fortunate going to study with Nicolas at quarantine. Such an amazing opportunity. I shall live vicariously.
Vicariously. Yeah.
Guess vicariously.
Like you're living an experience through somebody else.
Oh, okay. Jeff Akoff dice LOL. Y Rosalind dice, I was saying, the FOMO is real and I'm so sad you're not going to be there, Danny. You too. Oh, I was going to say send me pics, but I don't know if.
No, we can't.
Yeah. Send me.
Wishes.
Letters. Yeah, I don't know. No, don't do that. I mean,
Send you
you
letters?
just paint. Yeah. Don't send me anything. Yeah. Just enjoy.
Thank you.
And I'm going to be enjoying my little chili beanie and spoiling her more.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Guy Bailey was saying, I haven't mentioned before, haha.
If
I
you
don't
feel
think I
comfortable, by
work
the way.
with sweater fuss, but sounds interesting. I work for the British government.
Oh, don't say any more.
So, yeah.
A
little bit more. Oh, yeah, Jeff is like, two
Yeah,
spies.
spy games.
Two spies.
Too much information.
Guy, yeah, it sounds a little bit more formal than
Yeah, I'm pretty
sweater
sure
fuss.
Guy is not his real name right
No.
now. Now that you say it.
He's a guy.
No, I'm pretty sure we know nothing about this
Yeah.
person.
The Bailey. Rosalind was saying no phones allowed. I'll have a fun story for everyone afterwards. So Chili's gonna rest a little bit. So say hi and bye, Chilita. She's falling asleep. My uncomfortable legs. So let you go, Chilita.
Ooh, big step for you.
Whew. Crying already.
Yeah.
No, but she's so sweet. I mean,
Chili? Yeah.
I can't resist her. You should see her. The chili cam is the best idea.
Uh-huh.
But we're not gonna do it. But
But it's the best idea.
Yeah.
Best idea we never did.
Yeah. There should be like a forever
Yes.
ongoing live stream of chili, just like
Yeah.
chili live.
For you, actually. Like, I think that
Well,
these are
that's
things
my-
that you're wanting.
No, I think people would see it. Maybe Carla. Carla likes chili, so maybe Carla would just see, like, hey, what's Chili up to? What's she doing?
Oh, look
she's
at
sleeping
her.
again.
Eating poo.
Yeah.
Great.
Oh. Jeff Acuff was saying James Bond. And Rosalind was saying 007. Yeah. So
007. I mean, if you're gonna say James Bond.
007. That's
I know,
in
but 00,
Spanish. I'm
00.
sorry. No.
00.
In Spanish, it's James Bond 007.
Agente
So
007.
007.
Yeah.
So 007? No, I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, it is.
It
That's-
sounds weird. 00?
That's the way it is, though.
No. It's cooler in Spanish. James Bond.
Okay.
Not charity. And Rosalind was saying chili and some heart emojis. She is so sweet. Jeff Acuff dice buenas noches, Chilita. Sí, esta es como su... No, mentiras, iba a decir su séptima noche en el día de todo lo que duerme, pero hoy no ha dormido. Hoy está trasnochada. Durmió un
sí.
poquito.
Sí, no ha logrado como descansar mucho
Pero
la
ahí
Chili.
está profunda. María Cacaito dice, Chilita, I'd support the chili cam too. Sí. Cacaito. Yo creo que incluso perderíamos seguidores, Coco. La
Ajá.
gente solo está viendo, o sea, perderíamos viewers. La gente estaría viendo a Chili solamente en el canal de Chili.
Tocaría empezar a monetizar
A Chili,
Chilicam.
sí. Carla Anglada was sending a heart emoji and saying chili time. So, you know, that's our gold mine.
That is, oh, okay. That's 2024 for us.
Juan Diego Mantilla Gómez dice, saludos a los dos desde Bucaramanga, mano. Jejeje.
Muy santanderiano. Ese apellido Mantilla.
Sí. Hola
Muy-
Juan Diego, ¿qué
Muy
tal?
de Girón.
¿Qué tal está el clima hoy en Bucaramanga? ¿Por acá? Yo creo que va a llover. Me las vuelo a que va a llover. Cacaíto dice, nosotros tenemos la Chai y Mocha Cam. Jaja, las veo desde mi teléfono todo el día. Ay, ¿tienen cámara instalada para verlos? ¿Para verlas? No sabía, Cacaíto.
Oye, ¿sabes qué? Me imaginé que tenían como una tetera y una cafetera como con una camarita. y que te mueve. Como que de esos que tú puedes programar para que haga un café o un té. Y yo dije, no, pues ya las hacen con cámara, no sé. Y que tu
¿Cómo
prima
así
era
se te
feliz
olvidó?
como, voy a ver si ya está el café. No, todavía
Uy, mi
no.
amor, qué chiste tan flojo.
Y después me acordé que no, que son las perras.
No. Juan Diego Mantilla dice un calor tenaz. Sí,
Tenaz,
no.
mano.
Tenaz, no, por acá no. Por acá sí no. So how are you feeling the liquid?
I'm good. I mean, I'm going very slow, as
Mhm.
you probably can tell.
No.
But I think it's the only way to go. Because as soon as I stain it too much, which is kind of dumb because I'm gonna paint all over this. So, but I want to. I never see this just as a technical thing. I see this as a moment to learn about my picture. So, if I can take my time and learn from it, that's great.
Mm,
But yeah, it's going good but slow. I'll say that.
eh, Cacaíto dice, jajaja, sí, tenemos cámara para ver quién es la que hace los desórdenes en la casa y descubrimos que es Moca. Pues claro, seguro yo apostaría que es Moca. Chai es más tranquila.
Sí,
Sí,
sería lo máximo que fuera entonces ella.
sí, sí, así toda.
Y que la otra solo
Hola, y
está
se va
echada
niña.
durmiendo
No,
y
ese
después llegan.
Chai es el tipo de perrita que se acuesta así. Y tú la jalas para que se acueste acá y se sigue acostando ahí. Y luego la jalas y la pones en un balde a que duerme y duerme en el balde así.
Como un borracho.
Ajá, toda tranquila. Y Moca es como los memes de del gritito.
Sí, sí, sí.
Esa. Me encanta. ¿Y qué daños ha hecho Cacaíto? Mm, um,
Yeah, but this is I would say time consuming and it doesn't feel like super effective. It would probably be far more effective if I was planning on painting it uh, in a different way than what I usually paint. But I'm probably gonna be not super bold once I, try to work on this. But I don't know. I just now that I'm looking at it, I know that it was a good choice to try and go slow
ujú.
with this and try and do like a sort of underpainting because there's so much there's such a beautiful attitude that I love that's present in the drawing that uh I mean there's been tons of times that I lose my drawing while I'm painting. Um and I've grown to be fine about making those like going through those losses. But in this one I thought it was very nice. So I wanted to see if I could keep it for at least for as long as I could, or that, I could maintain it for as long as I could, and it could instruct me, it could teach me how to go about doing the painting. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. But it's nice. I don't regret wanting to do this.
Carlos Taylor was saying, I do like how you are preserving the drawing.
Yeah, I just wonder how much of that I'm gonna be able to really really keep, because it's I'm not that sort of painter, and technically, I mean, I haven't painted in a way where you can preserve your drawing in a very long time. Um, so it would be like a weird thing for me to go back to trying to make a painting where I'm really really trying to be faithful to this drawing, to this stage of drawing. I'm gonna try my best, and for sure, I'm gonna, be mindful of trying to keep these decisions like alive. But I'm gonna do it the only way I know how to do it, because I think the truth is I just don't, I can't paint things in ways that I just don't understand or don't feel are my own. So we'll see. We'll see what that looks like in like a week, I feel. Because I think I'm gonna have to paint or begin to paint this on Saturday, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. But Saturday, no, probably not on Saturday, because that's my
Class, yeah.
that's my class day. So that's all my
Yeah.
energy is devoted to
Rosalind's like, excuse me?
Rosalind. Yeah. No, so probably have to be in like free moments that I have on Sunday. But if I don't have enough time on Sunday, I need time. Like, I much rather have a good 4 hours, 5 hours, like separated to get like that first moment with this painting. I much rather have like a longer session
Yeah.
than just like a shorter one where I could say, oh, I didn't quite get how I needed to paint the portrait, but I just left it like that for tomorrow. So no, I think it can be nice, moody painting. I think it could be like a very, very moody painting, which I'm totally up to doing. But we'll see. We'll see. There's still ways to go. There's still so many chances to ruin it. So
Yeah, but the fact that you're just like building on the decisions that you liked,
yes,
even if you don't paint in a very like super slow and methodical way,
no,
you're still gonna add up
yeah, I
to all
hope.
that building. So
Let's
it's not.
hope. That's the hope. Let's say that's always like the idea. But then in execution, you never know what's gonna happen.
Mm,
Ooh,
Elaine Shukri.
Oh, look at
Elaine was
that.
saying, morning, Danny, Nicholas, Chilean chat.
Yeah.
Long time no see and hear.
How's
XXX.
Australia? How's it's not Sydney, Elaine. Elaine, remind me. And forgive me if I'm mistaken, if and it
Melbourne?
is Sydney.
No.
I forget. Elaine, remind me, please. And again, forgive me. that I
And
don't.
Elaine, happy to have you here.
Yeah.
What have you been doing that you haven't been here?
Yeah.
Elaine was saying, I'm looking forward to finishing my contract and painting again. Ha ha ha.
Oh, nice. So a lot of work.
Melbourne.
Melbourne.
Yeah,
Good.
it was
Good
good.
job, Danny.
You know.
Do you remember which painting, Elaine?
Oh
got?
no. You do.
Well,
so
I
that's all.
mean, you're
Well,
throwing
To
that.
be honest, it makes sense because you're the one that paints the paintings.
Yeah.
And I'm the one that's in charge of shipping.
Right.
So it's good
you
that I
should
know my locations and you know your paintings.
Yeah.
So you do you, and let me have this.
But I'm
win.
curious. Like, I think you would be able to guess it. So it was
No, the car.
Yes.
The yellow car.
Oh, I
Yeah.
told you. I knew it. I
Yeah,
knew it.
yeah,
I had
yeah.
faith in you. I had faith. This
Yeah,
was not
yeah,
like a gotcha moment.
Oh my God, my brain just like throwed that memory at me.
That's nice.
The
Good
yellow
job.
car. Yeah,
Good
yeah,
job. I knew it.
yeah. I do remember. Jeff was saying, LOL, you do you. Yeah, you do you and you let me do me, please. Elaine was saying, I love the Renoleta and look at it all the
Oh,
time.
that is awesome.
Yeah, and I do remember the story behind.
Yeah,
So
she also had some history with that
Yes.
car. So
yeah, that's why I remembered
yeah, best car,
the Renoleta.
Renoleta.
Cacaíto dice, Moca una vez la vimos robarse un paquete de galletas y comérselo en el sofá. La hemos visto ladrando por la ventana y haciendo que la persiana baje. La vez pasada la vimos con un paquete y morderlo. Es terrible, jajaja. Bueno, no, pero...
Como un día la vimos robarse 20,000 pesos.
Sí, y
¿Te
comérselo, sí.
salió? y se lo robó al
Sí,
vigilante.
y luego se devolvió con un paquete
Y
de,
luego llegó
de
un
todo
paquete,
rico.
¿no entendemos?
Llegó una pizza,
Sí. Y lo peor es que no pagó por
no
él.
pagó, mordió al,
O
al
sea, robó 2 veces.
mensajero, sí. Pero antes Cacaito decía, jaja, sí tenemos cámara para ver, la.
Verla,
No, no, no,
Verla,
espera.
mi amor, solo verla, no verla,
Cacaito y Chai, ¿qué hace?
Nada.
Duerme. Si
Es
es que
una
Cacaito es
cómplice,
como,
es una
dice que
cómplice.
Cacaito, Chai es como,
La una le dice a la otra, oiga, si ve a alguien me avisa.
sí, y Moca así, tan,
Pilas,
tan, tan, que
usted
me robó, que
pilas.
me robó.
Está en lookout.
Divina. Em, Veliko Duric was saying, hello guys. Hey
Delico.
Veliko, how are you? Long time no see too.
How are those used panties? And for people that don't understand,
Ask Veliko.
yeah,
No, that sounds
send
weird.
your panties to Velicos
Japan.
Panties at Gmail. I think that's the that's where
Well, I don't think you can send panties to Gmail, but okay.
yeah. I mean that's his thing. I don't know. We
Um,
don't kink shame here. Remember.
Carla was saying super used. Super used panties. Yeah, please.
Don't get him too excited, please. Thank you.
Elaine was saying, haha, Melbourne is wet and getting colder.
Oof.
Oof.
How cold does it get like in winter?
Oh, because humid cold is painful.
Yeah. To be super honest, I'm not super familiar with Australian winters.
No, me neither.
Yeah, so I'd be very curious.
Never been there. Should go. I would like the. I don't know what was that sound. I would like the. I would yeah. I would like the plane ride.
Oh my!
I think it's
what,
super
like
tiring.
the 3-day plane
Yeah,
ride
but
for
I would.
us?
I would like to.
Mm-hmm.
Like to check that. Like I did that travel.
Oh Jesus!
I did travel for
Yeah.
72 hours straight.
Yeah. So that I could get punched by a spider.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I went to Elaine's house and we were
I got
in the
punched
wrong
by
address. Elaine.
punched by a snake.
Carlos Taylor was
Sí,
saying, I feel
Carlos.
like it's a narrative painting. The drawing in the back remind me of kids and the protagonist is a mom who has had enough.
That's
Tired mom.
That's how Danny when she goes and visits her cousin that she loves and her I'm gonna say second cousin.
Yeah.
It's the easiest way. So the
So
son,
daughter of my
the
cousin
daughter of your cousin.
and my little cousin.
Yeah. When Danny gets back,
Not the daughter of my little cousin.
yeah, that would
Not
be
to be
weird, but it's
confused.
Colombia, so you never know. But when Danny gets back, she needs like a transfusion. I
Yeah.
feel like you need 3 days rest
Yeah.
and like new blood.
Like a vitamin shot.
You need
yeah.
to drink like vulture blood.
Yeah, because I mean, as you were saying, that happens to me a lot when there's kids. They gravitate towards me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we're gonna paint, then we're gonna cook, then we're gonna draw, and then we're gonna dance.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, okay, yeah, you do that. And everyone's just like talking. And I'm
Yeah.
just like multitasking.
Oh,
with kids
everyone's
and-
like, oh, Danny's taking care of them.
yeah. When are you coming back?
Yeah.
Last
You know
time
what
I
Carlos was describing? Oh, I'm sorry. Finish your story.
No, I
and
was
I'll-
gonna say that last time I cooked pizza
Yeah.
with both of them in my grandparents' house,
Yeah.
and there was crying.
Oh yeah.
There was
Little drama.
reconciliation.
A bit of drama.
There was playing. There was eating raw pizza.
So your regular day with kids.
But there were laughs, and they loved it.
Yeah.
And I order from the store
Yeah.
the base. No, not the base because it's not like the sauce, but like the pizza dough.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like all the ingredients.
Yeah.
And they forgot the pizza dough.
Oh.
So I had to go
Oh,
out. I
dough.
told you. I had to go out to like 4 different supermarkets
Yeah.
because they didn't have it.
Yeah.
So it rained afterwards. And
Yeah.
when I went back, I was like, okay, I did all of this for them. And they were mad because I took so long.
Yeah, that's how
So it took me
that's
time
children.
to, yeah.
Yeah.
But I was happy. I mean, it drains my energy, but it fuels me. Because I love them so.
That's great.
So you were saying what Carlos described.
No, I was just gonna say that it reminds me of there's a Norman Rockwell painting of like I don't know if she's a nanny or she's like a kindergarten teacher or like a school teacher. So just go Norman Rockwell school teacher.
I was gonna go nanny, but okay.
Yeah, I forget if she's the nanny or the school teacher.
Oh, school teacher.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah.
That's great. And I love her look. She's just
She has like a smile.
Oh, but she can't take it anymore.
Yeah.
She's like
But the eye bags
yeah, she's
are
just
selling
done.
her.
No, she loves it. She loves her job, but she's done. Yeah,
I don't know if
I
she
love
loves
that
it.
painting. Do you think she's like a substitute teacher or something?
No, maybe she's just like, I don't know. I think, like, I look at this and I think about the moment of realization, like, when did I get here?
Yeah, this is life.
Yeah.
I thought life was traveling.
Yeah, and I love the chalk,
oh,
like the
chalkboard,
stepped
yeah.
on. No, this.
Oh, Oh, yeah, Rockwell was
Ah,
crazy. Yeah.
yeah.
What a. Yeah, I remember the.
Oh no, but it's so cute.
No, but
'Cause
no,
oh,
that's
this
not the
is
one.
fake.
No, that's not the one though.
But this the one that you
yeah,
told
that's the
me.
thing. Like put nanny.
No, but look at her.
Yeah,
I
but
love
that's
her
like a
too.
Teacher's Day. That's the Teacher's Day.
Because it says
painting.
happy birthday. Yeah, but
something.
she's not that happy.
No, I know.
She's like,
So look for the nanny one. So Norman Rockwell nanny. I think yeah, because I was a little
but I
between.
showed you and you were like, yeah, that's the one.
No, I thought, well, I can't trust my eyes.
This one?
Let me see. No,
This
no,
one?
it's like she's on a door and she's like,
No,
"Oof."
this is not.
She's like exhausted, like her legs are like all kind of crooked. I kind of remember
Tired
that.
nanny? I don't know.
Yeah, or mom. Maybe she's a
Tired
mom. Yeah, maybe.
Oh, this one. Now it
Yeah,
makes sense.
Yeah.
No, it's a tired mom, yes.
Yeah. That's the one that reminded me.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And everything's like a mess around it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. This one makes more sense. But I have to say, I like the one of the teacher.
Yeah.
Because she's smiling and it's sweet when you read the surprise, happy birthday,
Yeah.
whatever. But I don't know if she's smiling from the inside.
No, probably.
Yeah, but that's a good painting.
Oh my God, Rockwell.
Well, of course it is, but like a good reference. Let's see. Cacaito dice, Chai duerme y ya. Y mira a Moca como con cara de te van a regañar después. Jaja. Sí.
Yo le dije.
Sí, me la imagino
yo le
así.
dije.
Pero adivina que Moca se come paquetes de todo y Chai no se antoja. Es
No.
como...
Vamos a ver quién se vomita esta
Ay,
noche.
Sí. Otra Oreo.
Vamos a ver cómo le van a caer
Oreo.
eso. Ya la veré a las 4 de la mañana.
Sí. Sí. Chili sería la que se come también algo crudo. Lo que pasa es que no alcanza. Ella no alcanza a coger nada, que eso es lo bueno. No alcanza a abrir nada, nada.
No, boronas. Ella se llena a punta de boronas.
Sí. Y todas las encuentra.
Sí.
Es impresionante.
Claro que el piso a veces lo veo sucio. Es como que está haciendo su trabajo,
Pues
pero
de pronto,
no lo hace lo
no, porque de pronto
suficientemente
las
bien.
saborea y las devuelve.
Mm.
Ella hace eso a veces. Es como, no. 100% algodón, no, gracias. Velico was saying, haha, used panties are good. I'm fine working on drawing hands right now. How are you guys? We're good, Velico. We've been missing you. Let's see. And I love that Velico laughs.
Oh,
already.
come on. It's always well intended and
I love that Carla remembered and she said
Oh.
super used.
I mean maybe that's what
Super
she
used.
sent.
Juan dice saludos desde Medellín.
¿Qué dice Juan?
Saludos, Juan. ¿Qué tal está el clima en Medellín? Elaine was saying, Nicolas, I have a painting question, but not related to painting about life.
Oh, go ahead, Elaine.
Do you do miniature painting? And can you use oil paints? Can you use oil paints that we use on canvas on miniatures?
So so have I done? Yes. Not super successful at those, I have to say. So I tried painting them on copper, which is what traditionally used to be um, ivory. I don't know if you've seen those, Danny Lira. And many painters that did them in ivory did watercolor actually on ivory for miniature
Okay.
painting.
No, no, no. I'm just asking. I'm just confused because I don't know if she's referring to painting miniatures.
Okay, no,
Like
I think.
because you were talking sometimes about painting the figures you have. So like
Oh,
miniature figures or
yeah.
like painting in miniature format.
I
Because they were
didn't.
saying, uh, can you use oil paints, the oil paints that we use on canvas on miniatures? That's
Oh,
why I was
wait,
curious. So I don't know if it's
wait.
miniature
So Elaine.
figures.
Oh, thank you. You actually made me think about that.
Yes,
Elaine.
figurine, said Elaine.
Oh, so
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
Warhammer, like figures and stuff like that, or little soldiers, like pewter soldiers or something. Well, it depends on what you're painting on. That's really the only thing that kind of matters. Sometimes you do have to seal them though. You have to prime them. But after you prime them, and if you don't really care about drying times, Elaine, yeah, you can paint them with oil paint. I actually follow some people on YouTube that are like super talented, and they paint miniatures. They paint Warhammer miniature figures, and because that's another like realm of painting for me. I would love to. I've always thought that if I can retire, which not really, but let's imagine a world in which I could retire. I would freaking adore just painting like little figures. Um, and
But
and
would you go for miniature?
no, probably like statues. I
Mm-hmm.
don't because when you're older, like it'll be super heavy on your eyesight
Yeah. You know
to
what I
paint.
think?
Like
I
they have
always
the magnifying
try to
glasses
look
and
at me
stuff.
and try to think about what I'm thinking, the image that I have in my head.
Oh, Toy Story.
Yeah. I
Oh my god.
love that part of the movie. And
Isn't
I
it?
always think about that, and I would love that.
You should take more time, like acknowledging that I actually knew what you were thinking.
Well, you know me well.
Yeah,
And you know
me
that's
too.
like one of my favorite parts in movies.
It is a great
Oh,
scene. It is a
I
really
love
good
it.
scene.
And like all the little things organized in little
Yeah.
compartments, that would be something I would
I
love.
think you would be amazing at it
Yeah.
because it's the people that
Well,
are
I don't
good
know,
at
but
it, they're so methodical also. You are so like disciplined when doing those sort of things that you're not. I'm totally the opposite. I would have to learn how to do all those things, which I'm terrible. I just don't take my time doing those things, and it's crazy because that's how you do that. Like if you want to learn how to do that, like there is a proper way of doing that. And I'm always like, oh, maybe you don't really need to. So I've only in all honesty, Elaine, I think I've successfully painted one head of the and I've retouched statues that maybe I didn't like the coloring, and I thought you know I um I was convinced that I could do a better job, and I think I've been able to recognize when I can do things and when I can't. Because there's certainly things that I'm like, okay, this is way too complicated. Like I wouldn't be able to fix this or to change it properly. So I would say that I've done just one head, one portrait well, like really well. I would actually say that I could put my reputation as a painter in that little custom like painting that I did for it was a penguin head.
but I do like many of the ones you've painted.
Yeah, but those are not great.
I mean, the
Like
Hulk statue is
yeah, the Hulk
great.
statue when it got here, it was very bare. It
Yeah.
was like really bad. It had like a minty white, minty green, and the shadows were super lazy.
They
You
were
could tell that
lentils.
they
It was
were.
like lentil color. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a grayish color that they just sprayed on like all the muscles just to say shadow, shadow, shadow.
Mm.
And it was just really bad. I got so disappointed because it was a statue that I really had wanted for many, many years, like probably over 10 years. And when I got it, I was like, oh, this is amazing. And then I looked at it and I was like, oh, this is not what I imagined. Like, I thought it was going to be better.
And the painting flattened
Yeah, it was
a lot of
oh
the
yeah.
things that were modeled.
It was it was almost like disgraceful to the modeling, to the sculpting, because the sculpting is amazing. The
And
sculpting is
super
by
detailed, yeah.
Martin Canale,
Yeah.
and it's incredible sculpting. So so I was like, no, I'm gonna do this, and I actually took me a long time. Like, I would do like little bits over months, maybe a couple of months, because I was in no rush. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna retouch this hand, or I'm gonna do this part of the body, and I'm gonna do this, and I think it looks like a million times better. Like, I would say my Hulk statue is like, it's significantly cooler than the ones that you would get that are part of like production.
It is.
Yeah. So yeah, that one I'm happy with. I've retouched little parts of statues that I think I can. For example, I got a Batman, like in its larger scale. It's like a 1/3 scale, which I've never bought. And I got it recently, and I would never touch that Batman. It's impossible. It's so good. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
The paint quality like is so ridiculously good that I wouldn't know. Like,
But
if
it's hand painted, right?
yeah, they're all hand painted.
Yeah. Well, yeah. No, yeah. I mean, the Hulk was, but it looked more.
Rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's also because those were statues that were produced many years ago, so it was different.
Yeah. No, I know.
But nowadays, when they're doing like a high production statue, they are so good. Like, they are so good. But so all I'm trying to say is, like, I think I could do it, but I also know my limits, and I also know how far I could go. But I would love to learn how to do like, I've never in my life used an airbrush, never. I would love to learn how to airbrush. But I do know that for miniatures, yeah, if you prime them, yeah, you could oil paint them, and it's totally fine. Don't paint them thickly, though, because the thicker you paint, then the less, and especially for miniatures, you want to maintain detail. So that's why traditionally painters like thin down their paints a ton, because they don't want the glob of paint to cover, the sculpting. So, yeah, so you would have to work thin. And it's better to do it in layers than just trying to just plop paint in one go.
But the little Yoda, I love it.
Yeah, that one gave me trouble. I think it's good. I actually think it's quite good, because I did like Yoda, and I painted him like a Sith Lord, so he looks like Darth Maul. So I
Yeah.
did like his little
We even
kind of like
stained
tattoo,
the
and yeah, you helped
clothes.
me with that, staining the robe. So it's all black, and he looks like super mean and cool. I did as good a job as I could with that one, but I also learned that painting it with oil paint made it a lot harder too.
But
So
you've also tried with acrylics, right?
no, I haven't.
No,
I'm
but
so
you have
scared.
the acrylics that you have. You've used them
No,
on what?
No, I haven't.
You
That's
haven't
the
used
thing.
them?
No, I'm super scared.
Oh, okay.
I'm serious. Like, that's the reason.
No,
I'm
it
like
makes sense.
genuinely scared.
No, and it makes sense. I mean,
But I bought like a bunch of molded heads
yeah.
that are super cheap. They're like, I don't know. I got them for like $8 or something each. So I should be able to say like, oh, I'm gonna ruin this one. Like, it's okay. Like, I'm just gonna use this one to learn.
Well, as you always say to me, just do it.
I know, but I'm scared.
No, do it.
I'm scared.
And when I don't do the things, you're like, do it. Do it now.
Okay, are you just using this just to
Do it.
get back at me or
Just
something?
stop painting the underpainting and bring those and paint.
Oh, I should try to do that one time.
So Elaine was saying, yes, haha, resin. I have been printing como resin de resina. Dije.
Resin, yeah.
Oh, because you were looking at me. I thought you didn't understand.
No.
Understood what I was saying.
No.
Because you did like this. You did.
Oh, because I was showing you the crab man that I have. That
Oh,
it's
okay,
a
okay.
printed, like a 3D
Oh,
printed.
I didn't understand. I
Yeah.
was like, what did I say? again.
I don't know. Do you want to get back at me again?
No.
Like use this time to like say something that you have
No, I thought that I
maybe on
was
your mind or anything
doing
else?
a bad pronunciation again, like yesterday, but no. So Elaine was saying, I have been printing busts in resin
Mm-hmm.
and wondering if I should try painting them in oils. Yes, acrylic are the best, but I wanted to try something different.
Yeah, like
Statues and miniatures, I would think are similar, other than the material it's made from.
right. So is this like what type of resin? Is it like a 3D printer?
Do you want me to show it?
Yeah, you could show.
I'm scared to
Oh
grab
no,
it.
it's all glued
Oh, okay.
together. Yeah, because it was broken, so I either had to say, well, I'm gonna paint it and then piece it, but because it was broken, I was like, no, I'm just gonna glue it and. Well, no, that's retouched. That's not really painted. Yeah, so I got this dude.
Wait, I have to take the blur out. It's fine, it's fine.
No, it's okay. Oh, so I got this dude, this crab man that I think it's like freaking incredible. But it's just, it's the raw 3D print. So, and when it got here, it was actually quite broken. It had a lot of breaks. But I have to prime. So this one I would have to prime and then I would have to paint it. But I saw the 3D printer, the guy who 3D printed this, which is not the same guy who designed it. So it's not the same artist. But the guy who 3D printed it is actually like a really good painter. He paints like figures also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, his looks so freaking good.
Yeah? You have to
Yeah.
show it to me.
Yeah. But I'm pretty sure that one wasn't for sale. Like that was his own piece. So, and the funny thing was that I saw the one that he had painted and I just asked if he had, and then he showed like a post of this one, just, the raw gray kind of 3D print. So I thought that he had printed another copy and I saw the one that he was working on and I had a sense of the scale of that one, which is 1/6. So it's like any Hot Toys figures. So I was like, oh, are you selling that? Do you think it's for sale or? And he was like, well, you have to first speak to the artist and you have to pay for the files, for the 3D files. And you have to, tell him that you're talking to me and if he's okay, then we can, I could sell you like this print. And I was like, great. And so I talked to the artist, super cool, super generous. I bought the STL files and then I sent the printer a receipt and I was like, look, I paid. And he said it was cool. And he was like, great. But he was like, oh no, I'm probably going to have to, I had this one printed, but I'm going to send this one to you. And I was like thinking, well, what's different about this one? And then like after I had paid for it and everything, and I thought, yeah, it wasn't really quite expensive. It was because 3D prints like this, they tend to be, less expensive than like a figure, let's say. So, but I thought it was like, okay, that's, it's a fair price, let's say. And then like 2 days after I had paid, he posted a picture of the one that he had painted and then this one.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh
Elaine
my.
was saying, holy smoly, that is a huge resin.
Yeah, that's like 1/4 scale probably. So yeah. So it is. It's 1/5, I would
But
say.
I have to say, it
Not-
doesn't look that big with all the statues and everything.
Well,
I mean,
the
it
thing
looks,
is, our perception is ruined.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, which is terrible.
I think we've talked about this, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy for me to think about the reaction we both had when I bought that Hulk for you
Yeah.
and thinking it was humongous.
Well, that it was like, oh, that's a big.
You were like, no, that's so big. Why did you buy that?
Yeah.
Thank you. And I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, it's big. It was hard to
Hard
keep
to
it a
get here.
secret.
Yeah.
Because it's big. And now I look at it and it's like the little miniatures I
Yeah.
got compared to the
It's
sculpture.
1/12. Like those are 1/12 scale. So
And you were talking about the Batman,
oh, that's 1/3.
which is one
Yeah,
third.
that one is. I think it's leaning towards embarrassing. No. Deep down, I'm so not embarrassed, but I know that it's like,
I would never be
oh God,
embarrassed
that's
by it. It's so cool.
oh no, it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life.
But why would you be embarrassed?
No, just socially.
What?
But then I would say, like, fuck you all.
No, it's super cool. And I've told you, because I've been looking for, I'm waiting for the answer of the little bases to know the weight that they can
Oh, okay. Yeah.
that they can resist, because I do feel that where it is now, you can't see the part that looks like glass,
Yeah.
and that is so cool.
Yeah, it's on a chair. It's
Yeah.
it's on top of a chair.
It's a
'cause
professional spot.
yeah.
Sí se dice así?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our whole life is a provisional
A
spot.
professional spot.
Yeah.
I like that. So Rosalind was asking, no, Elaine was asking before. Let me see.
Yeah,
So I
so
had the
Elaine,
question-
just to answer, because I don't even think I answered, but just to simplify all the rambling that I went into, yeah, you could use oil paint, and use but prime the whatever you're painting, prime it first. There are
So-
primers that they sell for like miniatures and stuff.
So the question was, but did you use oils to touch up the Hulk or
yeah,
colors?
oils.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosalind was saying that crab guy is crazy, so cool.
It is fucking cool.
Diego González dice, hola amigos, saludos desde Costa Rica.
Costa Rica.
La conversación sobre miniaturas está muy divertida y es cierto que en el mundo de las miniaturas hay como un fetiche raro con los acrílicos, sobre todo porque secan rápido, pero de verdad siento que el óleo da un resultado superior. Como ejemplo, siempre recomiendo mucho el trabajo de miniaturas de Dmitry Fesechko.
Ah, pero chévere tener un referente así.
A ver.
Yo el que ¿cómo se llama nuestro compañero
Diego
costarricense?
González.
¿Qué hubo, Diego? Diego, yo veo es como al man ese que es como alemán, de pronto, o es como sueco.
El man alemán.
Sí, que es re famoso,
Uy,
que
está
hace
muy cool.
puras de Warhammer.
Mira, está
y él
muy
es,
cool.
sí, no, hay gente, mi amor, hay gente que es una locura, es otro
Mira.
tipo de pintura, es como otro mundo.
Sí, pero muy chévere porque
No,
mira,
son unos monstruos.
y en óleos, o sea,
Sí,
yo no
un
sé si el
loco.
que tú veas es en óleos o...
Él ha hecho unas pruebas
Ujú.
y veo como a otro mancito que también había pintado en óleo, pero no, la mayoría de las personas mezclan es aerógrafo y acrílico, la verdad, la mayoría de las personas hace eso.
Elaine, so Diego Gonzalez was giving a reference of oil painting miniatures,
Yeah.
and it's Dmitry Fesechko. So maybe you can look for it because it's really cool. Muchas gracias, Diego, por la recomendación. No
Guárdame
conocía
ahí
la
déjame el tab ahí
pestañita,
abierto, sí.
Pentañita. A ver.
Muy amable, Diego, muchas gracias.
So Coffee Perry,
Ujú,
I like it,
ujú.
is saying, I just saw in your last short
Yeah.
that you don't prime your paper
No.
before painting with oils. How long do the works last in that case?
Well, I haven't seen my works like deteriorate or spontaneously combust or yellow or I don't know. I mean, we can ask Rosalind, because I mean, a couple of years is not really a good measurement for the longevity of a piece. But I'm gonna say this: if something was done inherently wrong to a piece of painting, it shows up in like 6 months or like
Or
a year.
less.
Yeah. It shows.
Sometimes it's like a month and you
Yeah,
can see that.
it shows. It definitely shows. So, Rosalind, I don't know how old, kind of like the oldest piece you have of us, or maybe somebody else here can say like, oh, I bought something of yours in, I don't know, 2018 or. But I would think they're fine. So there's no real way in which I can assess how much more, how much like how much more a properly primed um, painting on paper would live for, or how much less a painting on raw paper would survive for. I don't know if there's a real way to assess that like objectively.
Yeah, but
You
I
could
don't.
say less
Yeah, but
for
I don't
sure. I'm
think.
fine with saying less for sure.
Yes, but I feel that when you say less,
Yeah.
I mean you're talking about other paintings that would stand the pass of time for hundreds of years.
Yes.
So
Like
it's not like we're talking about a painting that's going to be
oh,
like
these will
terrible
survive
in.
me, I feel.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So like in a lifespan, they will
Yeah.
100% survive.
Yes.
So it's just that they're not going to survive 400 years, or maybe they would.
So the reference that I always give, who was this person again?
Yes,
sorry?
Coffee Perry.
So Coffee Perry. So the reference I always give is that there's examples, not quite on paper, but yes, on raw substrates. I'm sorry. Throughout recent history. So, for example, Toulouse-Lautrec painted a ton of his paintings, a lot of them on raw cardboard, like raw cardboard. Many museums are super aware of this, and that's why many times when you go and look at a Toulouse-Lautrec, they have it in a dimly, not super like dark, but dimly lit gallery, so that the light doesn't degrade the colors more. But if I have to say, like do you remember that we saw some in Houston, in the
Yes.
Museum of Fine Arts in Houston? They were perfect.
Perfect, yeah.
Yeah. So they're, they probably have a little like 100, let's say 120 years, just to be, just around. So 120 years, I think that's a good measure. And I'm going to say that, for example, a moleskin paper is way more stable than a piece of cardboard, like
100%.
turn of the century, 120 years ago, turn of the century piece of cardboard.
So we're
which
good.
would be very, very acidic. So yes, I always tell people, pretty sure that they're going to survive me. And please don't go after my kids if something happens to the painting, because they're not responsible for my wrongdoing. Thank you.
So Roslyn was saying the paintings look perfect and no change to color, no change in temperature, yellowing either. It will 100% last a lifetime easily.
Thank you.
So Carla was saying that the Scream, the painting,
Yeah.
is made on cardboard too.
There's a bunch of them. There's a
Mhm.
bunch of Screams. Because there's one in, isn't there a Scream that's like painted on canvas?
I don't know.
Yeah. So that I don't know for sure.
Coffee Perry was saying, thank you for your answering so thoroughly.
No.
Dice Diego González, gracias y con gusto compañeros, voy a buscar la referencia que mencionó Nicolás, a no ser que se estuviera refiriendo a Squidmar.
Sí. Creo que sí.
Elaine was saying, thanks, Nicholas and Danny. Always great advice, and now I'm going to try oils. Haha, thank you.
Yeah, let us know.
And Carla was saying, Elaine, that sounds like so much fun and another creative endeavor. I think I'm going to look into getting a 3D printer.
Nice. I would go nuts with that. I would be printing so much shit, Danny. Oh my god, I would go.
Well, I
we
hope
would
not,
go broke.
Not shit, but
well, yeah, not like shit emojis, but I would be like printing stuff all the time. There's so many cool people doing stuff,
I would print things too.
and they're so cheap. The files, like these artists are crazy. The files for you to print like something that's like super cool could be like $10. $10. It's crazy.
Let's see. Jeff Acuff was saying a little before, you guys crack me up. These conversations are always such a nice way to decompress after work. Love your witty humor and interactive dynamic. Great place to hang. Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
We're happy to have you here. And we're happy that you like our lame humor.
Well, anything to take his mind
Yeah.
off
The
international.
being a spy.
Yeah.
I mean, you and Guy.
Guy left, by the way.
No, Guy was saying
It's like, my
kindergarten
cover is blown.
teacher Rockwell.
My cover is blown.
No, a long time ago, Alice.
Alas.
Alas. Oh, because Elaine was saying, Guy, are you still in Bendigo? And Guy was saying, no, a long time ago, alas. And Elaine was saying, fair enough. Do you still come back here? Guy, again, no.
Oh, there's
Yeah.
some history there. I don't think we should pry, or maybe we should.
I want details.
Yeah.
Um,
Guy, you haven't visited your son.
no.
He's grown so much. He has your eyes.
Plot twist. Elaine is Guy's daughter. Daughter.
Dadder.
Daughter, yeah. Let's see. So Profu de Desen
Okay.
was saying, what do you have in the bottom left of the palette? I see some
Liquid.
tape holding something.
Yeah,
Is it
liquid.
some solvent?
Yeah, well, medium. So liquid.
Nicolas.
What did I say?
Liquid. Yeah, liquid. No, yeah. No,
No.
yeah, well, yeah, liquid.
Well, not okay. So,
No, because I was like asking the whole question
yeah.
and I was like, I see some liquid. Yeah, liquid.
I knew where it was going. I
Yeah.
knew where it was going.
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
so
I'm screaming.
it's not solvent, to be just technical about it. Not solvent, it's medium. It has solvent in it. But yes, liquid.
Oh,
It's an
no.
alkyd medium.
I'm sorry. There's no history. I just never read the part before.
Oh,
Elaine-
there's a short history.
Yeah, we were just inventing things.
Let me live with that memory.
No, I'm gonna read this.
Oh,
So Elaine
sad.
was saying Melbourne is pretty mild in terms of the winters. Nights can get to 0 degrees Celsius and days are about 10.
Okay, because we had asked her about how are
Melbourne.
winters there. Yeah.
And Guy was saying I lived in Bendigo near Melbourne when I was a
Okay.
kid, and we had snow, which was the first time in many years.
Oh,
The climate is really temperate,
tempered. Yeah.
but may be very different now. So
Mm.
that's the history.
Okay, but there could be some. I mean, he lived there, so I'm still
Let's
hopeful
see.
that there's some romancing.
Rosalind was saying, or another plot twist.
What's that?
Elaine
Rosalind
no,
is
is the
Elaine's
daughter.
daughter.
No, maybe Elaine is also a spy. That's why
She had
they're-
a Renoleta.
yeah. Well, that would make
You
sense.
would never suspect that car.
100%.
Yeah, you never suspect that car. So yeah.
Rosalind was saying, "Oh my gosh, the bags under my eyes from the baby wig. It's terrifying, really."
Oh, self-portrait.
Oh, Rosalind, you need some spoons in the fridge. No, in the ¿cómo se dice congelador?
Yeah,
No, freezer.
freezer.
Why do you always say yeah?
I mean,
I ask
it's
you something,
understood. It's
Like,
understood.
how do I say this word?
Well, you
and you're
didn't say
always,
like
"Yeah."
the trash compactor or something like
trash compactor.
trash
you say.
compactor or something. No, you said like the freezer. You said the fridge. That's fine.
Well, yeah.
Everyone would understand. If you said like
Well, no.
spoons in the washer,
No, because if
I'd
I
be like,
say
okay, I don't know if
no,
that's good.
because if I say put the ice cream in the fridge, then you would not have.
Oh, but
an
people
ice cream, but a
understand.
juice.
People understand.
So-
Like that one's not far off.
Mm,
Like I always refer to the whole thing as nevera. Like all of
Yeah.
it.
yeah, but
Yeah, then if you have to be like super
yeah,
specific.
if I ask you, please put the chicken in the nevera. You're
yeah,
gonna go to the freezer.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't
Maybe
rely
that's
on me
the
on that.
terrible
Yeah.
thing. Yeah.
Have to throw the chicken away.
Yeah.
Like we have salmonella in the fridge.
Let's see. Hun Hua was saying, many wonderful artists are not too fond of acrylic printing, and not sure why. Do you think that acrylic is underappreciated? So I
Maybe
guess
painting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe it was an
Oh no, I just
autocorrect.
saw a hell of a painting this dude did. Let me because I would love for people if they haven't seen this painting, they have to look at this painting. It was incredible, I thought. I don't know if you saw it, Daniel Ira.
No. Well, I don't know. Show me.
Maybe you did.
I know.
So it's Kyle Dunn. Kyle Dunn, and
Oh no, I haven't.
that's acrylic. It is so freaking. Could you check?
No,
Could
yeah,
you
yeah.
Instagram there? No, because I'm not giving Danny my phone because I have like kneaded eraser. It's holding still because I put like tons of kneaded eraser. So underscore Kyle Dunn
espera un momento,
underscore
Underscore.
underscore
Está acá. Underscore. ¿Quién?
Kyle.
KYLE.
Dunn.
Kyle Dunn underscore.
Yep.
Yeah. So, oh yes, this.
Look at
is
that
so
painting. Look at that.
Yeah.
Woof. That's a damn good painting.
I love that you said woof, and your comment in the painting says woof.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's legitimate then.
Woof.
It's genuine. I mean, I thought I saw it. I was like, oh, fuck me. That's a good painting. That is a good painting. Like, that's a proper good painting. Jesus Christ. I'm looking at it. She's going like, woof, too.
Yeah. Well,
Jesus.
she's sneezed.
Look at that.
So
How did he paint this with acrylic?
Let me share this.
My God. It's like super soft transitions too. I have no idea how he painted this. Like no clue. The color is just so beautiful. That's a good painting. Like that's a prize-winning painting, I would say. That's an amazing painting. It's like one of the best paintings I've seen all year for sure.
Let's see. Oh, so Elaine was saying that. So Elaine was saying it's really fun, Catherine. Learning Blender was a little hard but fun, so that's very cool.
I want to learn Blender.
Yeah. Víctor Barbero dice buenas noches desde Cordovilla de Lácara, España. Hola Víctor, ¿qué tal?
¿Por dónde es eso, Víctor? Yo nunca había oído
Cordovillo de Lácara. A ver, googleemos. ¿Cuál es tu apuesta? ¿No? ¿No te atreves?
Pero es que no, o sea, pero si me dijera como que, no, es que estaría como especulando. Pero voy a decir, por el diminutivo, voy a decir que es más costero.
Pues yo todavía no sé, yo no estoy...
Pues ponle zoom out. En mapa.
No, o sea, no estoy leyendo hasta que lo digas.
Bueno, gracias. Voy a decir que es costero. No sé si full costa, pero... Y voy a decir que es como al... No sé, sureste de España. Vamos a ver.
Dice, municipality located in the province of Badajoz, Extremadura, Spain.
Extremadura.
A ver, miremos. Acá.
No le atiné a nada.
Acá queda.
No. ¿Acá en dónde?
Aquí.
Pero muévete porque no veo nada.
¿Cómo así?
Mueve el mouse que no...
Lo estaba moviendo. Acá.
Mi amor, no veo. O sea, estoy ciego.
Entonces me toca el dedo, no el mouse. Acá.
Límite de Portugal.
No tan límite, pero cerca al límite.
No le atiné a nada. Yo pensé que era en la otra costa. O sea, al otro lado, pues. No.
Dice que en el censo de 2005,
Sí. No, pues
la,
ese dato, no, perdóname, pues ese
pues
dato
eso
ya,
dice.
pues sí, pero ya.
Ay,
O sea,
no, pero perdóname.
pero es como, dice que en 1970,
No, ay,
no,
perdón.
pues, no, pero el mundo del 2005 acá ya cambió.
What?
¿Qué? Pero reaccionas y no cuentas.
No, la population,
Ah, no, 340 personas.
no. En el 2005, que era lo que había
No,
visto
por
en el
Dios,
censo,
sí.
era de 1023 habitantes.
Ah, bueno, y hoy.
En el 2018, que es la más nueva que hay,
Ujú.
916 habitantes.
¿Qué? La gente se
Por
fue.
eso dije, ¡ah!
La gente se fue, no hay nada que hacer.
Y entonces de pronto también tienen una tasa de natalidad baja.
Pues no sé, no, yo creo que, pues ya, pues o sea, si ya la gente no quiere vivir allá, de pronto trabajan, de
No,
pronto
pero muy
viven cerca,
chévere, yo quiero ver fotos.
de pronto viven cerca, pero van es allá a trabajar. Pero no, un momento, pues, ¿qué nos
Preguntemos.
cuenta
Nos cuenta Víctor, por favor.
nuestro
Víctor
amigo
Barbero.
cordobés?
Dice, Badajoz, Extremadura, no en el oeste de España, cerquita de Portugal.
Sí, ahí vimos.
Y dijo, se fueron muchos al cielo.
O sea, van
Ah,
muriendo. ¿Qué quiso decir
pues de
eso?
pronto lo que yo te digo, la tasa de natalidad de pronto es baja, porque de pronto el promedio de edad era alto.
Pero curioso, ¿no? O sea, y no hay nuevas familias en Córdoba. ¿Cómo se llama de nuevo? Discúlpame, Córdoba de Asensio.
Cordovilla de Lácara.
Cordovilla de Lácara.
Mm, estoy súper interesada. Necesito más datos, quiero saber más cosas de
Sí,
Cordovilla de
¿qué se
Lácara.
hace en Cordovilla?
Dice, mueren más que nacen, la
Mm,
España vaciada.
mm. Pero es que sí, así está el mundo. O sea, eso no es una cuestión española, pero más del mundo. Pero, bueno, ¿y qué se hace en Cordovilla? Si le dijéramos a Víctor, uy, Víctor, voy a estar
Un
dos
tour,
días.
un tour.
2 días, no, no lo molestemos con un tour, pero Víctor, vamos a estar 2 días. Sí, porque de pronto uno conoce Cordovilla en 36 minutos, mi amor.
Ay, pero muy lindo, mira, tiene las casas.
Sí,
Pues según lo que veo de la imagen desde lejos,
sí.
diría que la gran mayoría de las casas son todas blancas como con tejas rojas. Súper lindo.
Muy bonito, sí.
Mira, desde más lejos, mira acá.
Ah, bonito,
Súper
bonito.
lindo.
¿Y qué es un lago?
Mira, mira esas casas,
Está muy
divino.
bonito, sí.
Mira eso. Mira eso. Me gusta.
Muy bonito.
¿Y Víctor nació allá? Quiero
Sí,
saber
Víctor es nativo,
cómo se
es
llamará el gentilicio.
gentilicio, sí. ¿Cuál es? ¿Cómo es que se llaman otra vez? Córdoba de...
Cordovilla de la Cara.
Un cordobillo, cordobillo, vamos.
Eh,
Cordobillo,
gentilicio.
cordobillo. Que no me crees.
Mm, cordovillano o
Uy,
cordovillana.
casi. Chile.
No, es que creo que estaba haciendo.
No, aquí.
Sí, pero estaba.
¿Qué hiciste, cordovillana? No me toque.
Em, mira. Uy,
¿Qué
ya
miro?
tengo la población del 2022.
Te la dio.
Google.
Ah, pensé que
Adivina.
Víctor. No, yo creo que subió un poquito.
O sea,
Subió a 1050.
855
Va bajando,
habitantes.
va bajando. Pucha, el mundo se acabó, jueputa.
Y
Se
dice que
acabó,
la
mi amor.
densidad es que hay 23,39 habitantes por kilómetro cuadrado.
¿What? Eso no es nada.
No,
Bueno, y
Por
debe
eso
ser
digo, o sea,
pequeño además,
no, pero
entonces
yo,
peor.
chile,
Dios.
casi el diente. Chile.
No, no le eches la culpa a Chile, mi amor. Tú pateas mi mouse todo el tiempo.
No
Yo no
pateé,
sé mi computador cómo sobrevive.
se descolgó,
No, mi amor, siempre.
se descuajó,
Fuera tu computador y yo estaría, ay, se me cayó,
se
ay, se me
descuajó.
cayó.
Ah,
Lo
no.
usaría yo una vez. No
Claro
me
que
lo vuelves a
no.
dejar usar.
Yo te dejo usar todo lo mío.
Sí, pero porque lo trato súper cuidadoso.
Bueno, como si fuera mi culpa. Fue chili.
Sí, uy, la echo al agua
Siempre
y
chili.
echas al
Mira,
agua a
y
la
se está
chili.
tratando de escapar.
No, y la echas al agua.
No, chili, café no.
Qué falta de todo, mi
No,
amor.
chili, muy
Culpa de
mal.
chili.
Dice, el nombre proviene, nos dice Víctor,
Sí.
el nombre proviene de los árabes cordobeses que
Mm,
invadieron la zona. Os
mm,
podría enseñar mi taller.
qué
Tiene
bueno.
dos preciosos embalses. ¿Os gusta la pesca?
Mm, seguro si estamos allá, sí.
Dice,
Salimos ¿Y cuál es el pescado?
el pez, ¿no?
El pez nativo pues supongo que es más como un criadero ahí de pescados, porque es un embalse, pero ¿qué pescaríamos y qué nos comeríamos de almuerzo?
Y Víctor dice, soy pacense, nací en Badajoz, el gentilicio es cordovillano.
Ujú.
Y dice, si os pasáis por Cordovilla, os realizaré un retrato a cada uno.
¡Ay, qué
Ay,
amable! Muchas
muchas
gracias.
gracias, Víctor. Y dice, Lucio y Carpa.
Eso no sé qué es.
Los
Los pescados.
Sí.
Sí, ya, una
Ya,
carta, ya, ya, ya.
el retrato, el título de los dos retratos, mi amor.
Sí, no, no,
Tú
no.
eres Lucio y
Listo.
yo soy Carpa.
No he comido lucio. No sé,
A ver.
ponme lucio pescado. Pez.
No, pues pescado porque ya es para el plato. Lucio dice Northern Pike.
Ah, bueno, pero esos hay no, de esos no hay como por todo lado, realmente.
A ver, Colombia.
Esos hay en el Reino Unido. Uno puede comer de ese pescado en el Reino Unido.
Es que estoy tratando de mirar.
¿Qué es pike?
No, 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 sí hay acá.
No creo.
Me encanta. El lucio es un pez de hábitat firme.
Gracias.
Y carpa. A ver, carpa. Carpa.
Pero eso sí hay acá, ¿no?
Common carp.
Sí.
Cyprinus carpio.
Ah, bueno, súper
No, dice
útil. ¿No?
dice European carp.
Mm,
Te comas más el collar, mi chile. Eh, widely known as the common carp.
mm,
Uh, freshwater fish
ujú.
of... No, no alcanzo a ver nada. Uy, estoy mal de la vista.
¿Culpa de Chile también?
También, Chili, tú sí. Em, todavía no veo bien. Freshwater fish of eutrophic waters in lakes and large rivers in Europe and Asia. Pues se ve bueno.
Sí, bueno. Salimos a pescar y almorzamos.
Y el plato típico.
Lucio y
Plato
carpa.
típico.
Lucio y carpa, mi amor.
No, tú dijiste los pescados típicos, pero el plato típico.
Lucio y carpa con patatas.
¿Con patada?
Con patatas.
A ver,
¿Qué horas son, Lindita?
las
Ah, no.
4:49.
Bueno, estamos bien.
Dice al horno, y se
Ajá,
ríe Víctor. Y
claro.
dice, Cordovilla de Lácara está cerquita de Mérida, la ciudad romana
Mérida.
mejor conservada después de Roma.
Muy
Os
bella
llevaré
Mérida.
de turismo.
Mm,
Qué bueno.
me encanta. ¿Qué hay en Cordovilla? ¿Está cerca Mérida?
Ay. Muchas gracias, Víctor.
Muy
Se ve muy
amable.
bonito. Y sí, la mayoría de las casas sí son blancas con tejas rojas, ¿no? Qué belleza que se preserve así.
Sí,
Me
sí.
gusta. Sí, sí, ay no, pues tú
Sí.
hablan algo de España y tú,
Te
sí, sí.
puedo hacer un tour si quieres.
Liad was asking,
Liad.
has
Liad
Chile
Fito.
has Chile gotten furrier? Yes. Well, she's in her change of fur.
Yeah.
stage, but she is a little bit furrier.
I'm also in my change of hair stage, but
No, that's love.
my body, yeah, my body hasn't gotten the memo. Yeah, she got like a longer coat,
Yes.
and she got like a bath a couple of days ago, and we realized that she was just dirty.
She was lighter than we
Yeah.
thought. We thought she was now a plain color.
Yeah, I just saw her as gray, as like soot gray.
Yeah, and now she
And look at her.
she
It's
has
like
tons
4
of
colors. She's like 5 colors.
and she's. I have to say, her coat is getting lighter on top.
No, she's getting older.
Yeah, canas. How do you say canas?
Gray hairs.
It's better in Spanish.
Yeah.
Well, because she has actual gray hairs,
Right.
so it doesn't make sense. Liad was saying Chili is looking very cute. Yes, she is the cutest.
She's very
I
cute.
think she wants to go to the floor again. So say bye, Chili. Goodbye. Goodbye. Sophie dice, estaba pintando
Sí,
y no había
Sophie.
visto cómo había progresado la pintura. Está increíble, emite una sensación re linda.
Muy querida Sophie, como siempre.
Carla Anglada was saying, she does look furrier and cuter and sweeter.
I know, I love
Yes,
Danny as she...
she
Oh,
is.
sorry.
She is furrier and cuter and sweeter.
I know, I love Danny.
Oh, okay. ¿Vas a repetirlo en loop infinito? ¿Chiste? So...
So...
No veo. So Catherine
Yeah.
Catherine Poremsky was saying, so hi Catherine,
I love
was saying
Catherine.
in school, late 90s,
Yeah.
we would do practice on raw paper, just manila folder type of paper, and they are still fine.
Ooh.
So that's also
And that's
a thing.
like... That is way worse.
Yes.
So, gives us a lot of hope. Thank you, Catherine.
Guillaume Leroux
Oh,
was saying, love the underpainting, Nicolas, good job.
Thank you.
Rosaline Dion was saying, I just saw several screams while in Oslo, and the paintings on paper and cardboard were some of my favorites.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, Munch is so good.
Diego González dice, espectacular, bien podría haberlo confundido por óleo. ¿Qué?
That shouldn't be her. Oh, maybe.
Buenas tardes.
I know, because Fed writes.
Muchas gracias. ¿Me lo podría mandar? Muchas gracias. Hasta luego. Mi papá dejó una maleta.
Oh. Do you need it? Oh, okay. Okay. No, Danny just got something, so. Yeah, Munch is, if I could speak about Munch for a second. I've seen some Munchs, but not enough, I would say, sadly. But he is a hell of an artist. He has that painting. It's probably one of my favorite paintings ever, I feel. Like, if I would make a category of like moody paintings, what's it called? Puberty, maybe? Puberty Munch. Let's see. Yeah, Puberty. That painting is incredible. I freaking adore that painting. It is such a strange, like, talk about a painting giving you like a weird vibe. It is, I don't know. I don't know if if many paintings can top that painting for like weird vibes. And I don't know if there's anything kind of like kind of iffy about that painting. I wouldn't think so. I think it looks very um honest, I would say. I think it's just a very, very honest look. I don't think there's anything pervy about it. I'm not sure. I haven't read about that painting. To Okay. Oh, okay, okay. But I would say that in the place that I live in, where I don't know if there's anything kind of Balthus like about that puberty painting, that Munch puberty painting, I would say it's one of my favorite paintings for sure. It is very, very, very good. So
Uh, so, ¿qué estaba leyendo yo? Porque me quedé
I don't know.
Rosalind?
Yeah, about the monks,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
the
And Carla?
Norwegian monks.
Yes. Carla, I'm sorry, I'm gonna open the app to see where Fer is at. Carla was saying, Rosalind, how exciting. I've never seen any of the screams in person. Seeing art in person gives something so important you can get otherwise, I feel.
There was one in was it the Rijksmuseum or was it the there was one in a like a Van Gogh museum. Could you check Scream Amsterdam? Cuz I know I saw that one for sure.
Well, I love this. I googled Scream Amsterdam and
Yeah,
it
they
says
stole it. Didn't they steal it
no,
from
Scream movie.
No. Yeah, no.
And
Munch.
I know. Mm,
Didn't they steal it from there? Sadly. And then gave it back or
says Van Gogh Museum.
Yeah, I remember I saw that one.
Yeah.
Where else?
Well,
I mean there's a Scream at the Met. No?
locations.
Yeah.
I've never been to the
Yeah,
Met.
there's a Scream at
So-
the Met.
So there are 4
Yeah.
versions.
Chile.
2 tempera paintings and 2 drawings.
Okay.
Chile. Want to see.
Am I totally misremembering? Isn't there one in New York? Ven acá. Ven.
Well, it says arrives in New York.
Mm-hmm.
Just in time for existential dread season. I don't know what that is,
Okay.
but
Well,
no, but I think it was
it was visiting.
Chile. Ven para acá. Ven. Silencio. Silencio.
I thought there was. Let me check. No, no, no. It's okay. Munch. Isn't there like a Munch at the? I know everyone's probably answering, but there's a Scream at the Met, of course. Oh no, that's a print. Okay, maybe that's what I remember, but
No, acá, Chile. No más.
it's okay. Let her like it was. I did a whole class with her like this. So.
Okay. So it says. So let's see if people were saying. It says. Jeff Acuff was saying there was a quote unquote second Scream temporarily showing at the Van Gogh Museum a few years ago.
I remember when I went to Amsterdam. I remember that. You're going like you pick her up if you want.
I don't know what.
You're not gonna be okay.
She never.
Oh no, that was it. That was she was like in the class. She can paint with me.
So, Jeff Acuff was saying from September 2015, 2000, I don't know,
Okay.
what was that, until January 2016. But that was the time it was at the Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Rosalind was saying, I have always felt so about Munch's work. Like he's good. His museum, with all of the works together, made me realize he's an amazing painter with more detail and depth that I gave credit for.
Yeah, I think he's a tough one too. I really don't think he's like one of those that is kind of easy to
Easy
to
love?
yeah, I think it's very easy to like the sort of calendar, like reproduced, like massively reproduced, you know, kind of side of his work. The fact that you could see it in mugs, in calendars, in T-shirts, in anything, because he probably is responsible for one of the most famous paintings in the world, I would say.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's one of the best paintings in the world, but I would say, like, people that don't know anything about painting, you show them that painting and they'll go like, "Oh yeah, I know that's a painting."
Yeah, it's one of the most reproduced images.
For sure, I feel. Yeah. Yeah. So, but trying to get past that, I feel, with him is super important in trying to like appreciate how good he was, I feel.
Robin Sita was 13.
Oh, that notification, Robin Sita?
It's working again.
Well,
Let's say that it was not working. 'Cause that sounded like a good excuse.
how are you, Robin Sita Divine?
How are you, Robin Sita Banana? Jeff was saying... Go bar.
Kill Chili,
You know
kill.
what it is? Because when I was going out, they're moving some things from up to down, like some
Yeah, an elevator.
furniture things. No, in the stairs.
Oh,
Um,
kill Chili.
Jeff Acuff was saying, Chili Dog is well rested now. Gotta get some energy out. Well, it's the loudest she has barked. And
Oh
longer.
no, we had this moment on class.
Really?
Yeah,
This long?
You can ask Rosalind. We had I was like being zen. I was like, okay, she's barking. I can't move because I
And
can't
I wasn't
move.
here, yeah.
You were, yeah, you were not here, so I was like, it's not much I can do.
It's gonna be 1 second. I'm sorry.
So just you can. I don't know why I'm doing so much stuff. Well, not so much stuff to this, knowing that I'm gonna paint over everything. But it just seems right. I almost feel like technically it's pointless because there's not a lot of this that is gonna be in the final painting, or I can't really foresee a lot of this being in the final painting. But I feel that it's right, so it's probably like one of those examples of how painting usually works, which is its purpose is never to be effective. Like, it doesn't care to be effective. So I mean, not all painting. There is painting that you try to be effective, but usually you're not really thinking about what's going to help me make this quicker or faster or without less effort. You're always kind of thinking, what does this need? And you know. And I think that this feels a little backwards, but it just feels right at the same time. So
Yeah.
I love when she growls like
Yeah.
that, like a little squeal growl.
But that's like a super spoiled.
Yeah, she's like, what's going
Please.
on?
Yeah. Liet was saying there are a lot of paintings that I feel you can't really see them properly until you see them in person. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That happened to you in Houston.
Yes, with the Kupka.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you loved it before,
Yes,
but it was like a new experience
Yeah.
to see it.
Oh yeah, I've always like considered it like one of the best self-portraits ever. I'm not saying one of the most important ones, or like I don't care about any of that. But just as a self-portrait, as a painting, I've always felt that it's a super super powerful painting. And formally, like technical, in terms of technical execution, I just feel it's brilliant. It's so so brilliant, that painting. And you're always nervous when when you finally have like the opportunity to look directly at a painting that you've always thought is so magical. Because there's so many things that can go wrong, but I was not disappointed at all. Like it felt like a different experience, but it wasn't like a disappointing experience. So
Jeff was saying, which one in Houston?
the Munch, the self-portrait in yellow.
The Munch.
The sorry, Kupka.
Okay.
The Munch.
The Munch. Roslyn was saying, give her a task, like tell her to sit and give her a treat. Dog training 101 with Roslyn, haha.
Oh, that's what we do.
Focusing something works with a barking dog. She
Yeah.
barked in class, but honestly, I didn't notice. No, yeah, that's what we do. But when we are in the live streams, it's harder to do that. But we always do that.
Yeah, she has
And
like a little spot that she stays. Like we take her to that little spot.
And we ask her to sit, to lay, to stay, and she'll stop. But sometimes we can't do that when we are in the live streams.
And I actually think she's grown savvy to all of that. So when she is hungry for like a treat, she'll just start barking like to nothing. She doesn't care because she knows that, okay, I'll bark and then they'll call me and then they'll give me a treat. Then I'll shut up and they'll give me a treat, and I'll do that all over again. I think she will. Venga, Chili. Oh yeah, that was.
That was a. No,
Chili.
yes, es que están entrando.
Ven,
I'm sorry, I have to
Chili.
do my training one.
Danny, not the microwave. What are you doing?
Down. Otra vez sit. Muy bien, down. Muy bien. Acá. Aquí, acá. Sit. Stay. Down. Muy bien, chuchadas. Yeah. This is my little treat container.
Oh, she knows it. She's just hungry. She's just. I bark. They give me food.
Yeah. Let's see. Catherine was saying, does it help to ignore? No, with Chili, it does not really help that much. And the thing is that she barks when she hears the neighbors.
Yeah. She's almost like honestly, like a super good guard dog.
Yeah.
Like she's very protective of her home, like her little space. She's yeah. Like when she was little, if you took her out in her like little bag, like her little crate, yeah. She would she wouldn't let anyone near her. Like she would be super protective of that little place. But if you take her out and just with a leash and just walk around, she doesn't
She won't
care.
bark.
Yeah, she
No.
doesn't care. So it's really funny how well, not funny, like I guess it makes sense how protective she is of
Her
what she
things, yeah.
understands like her home is.
Yeah. And of us too. I mean, because at the
Oh,
beginning,
I
when she was at her little house,
on the prairie.
or if I was holding her when she was like the first few weeks that she was here,
Yeah.
someone was near me and she would bark. Now she does not, but before she did. Mm, Liad was saying, quote unquote, when she was little, like she's ever going to be not little.
I know, right?
Yeah, when she was even more little. Uh, Roslyn was saying, I was surprised by two paintings by Zorn I wasn't expecting to see in person. I started to cry. I never do that. My husband was worried for a moment.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Oh,
That's
I
the best when you don't expect the
yeah.
painting and you see it. You're like, "Oh my god, is this here?" When I went to Liverpool and we went to see the Sickert show, the painting for me was the Samson and Delilah painting.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were going up the steps, that painting is like in the middle of those steps, and I was like, "Oh my god, is this here?" And it just blew my mind because I had I've always seen that painting, but I never thought to look where that painting was. And I was just, I mean, it was bittersweet because it's hanging in a place where you can't really enjoy it, but it's beautiful painting nonetheless. So I was very, very, very grateful.
Let's see. Carla was also saying, some works of art I view in person cause me to cry. I'm not sure why some pieces have such an impact on me. They're in a realm it's hard to describe with words.
Yeah.
Yeah. That has happened to me too. She's like taking it all out.
Yeah, now she's just like she has those extra ones in, so
Velico was asking all
mhm.
the sounds in this house.
I don't. I'm like a pediatrician that never hears the children screaming and crying anymore.
Velico was saying, Nicolas, how do
Belly.
you approach drawing hands? How do you sketch them? And what is good? What is a good way to learn to sketch from imagination?
Oh, well, what is a good way to sketch from imagination? Belico, I'm not the person to ask that. So I apologize because I'm just not. I'm just not that good at doing it. So you're better off by paying attention to the people that are very, very good at it. But I would say hands are like one of the easiest things that you can learn how to do because you just have a model like right there with you. So if you just use your hands, or if maybe you don't have hands, I don't know, but if you have family members with you, or if you can just ask them to pose, take a bunch of pictures. But I would say that if you are able to use them as your models, then for sure. Oye, ¿me la pasas? No, pues pásamela. So yeah, so if you are able to use your own hands, then that's you've got like an awesome, simple opportunity to. Oh shit! I used black. Sorry. You have an awesome opportunity to draw them constantly. I mean, honestly, you can draw them as much as you want. Yeah, but tips from Doing from imagination, yeah, I would say no. Pay more attention to what Broco would say, which is like super. Broco is like he's amazing, super useful, but he is very very structured, and I feel that I don't draw that way. I don't know how to draw thinking of cylinders and volumes and stuff like that. Um, so it's a great way to understand things, but I think it wouldn't work for me. Or like I know it wouldn't work for me to try and decipher, hands that way. So I don't know. I would just say you're gonna get better at it if you just draw your own hands. Fill up a whole sketchbook with drawing your own hands. It takes nothing. It takes like you can spend like a minute doing a hand, like drawing a hand, and you can pose your hands as weird as you want. So, um, yeah, just draw your own hands, and eventually, if you draw, I mean, there is like, I guess there's ways of seeing this. You could just learn how something is constructed so that you can, in theory, just make up any hand that you want, which I don't think it's quite true. I think that even in people like Kim Jung-gi, there is repetition. Like there are just certain things that you recognize and then you iterate on them. Even like Eliza was saying how she's just fond of certain shapes and she just knows how to repeat those shapes. When I talked to her, I remember very clearly her speaking about those things. But I also think, a workaround of not thinking that you just have to understand exactly how to draw something is drawing it many, many times. So I do think that if you draw your hands many, 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 many times, you will get better at drawing hands. That's just the way it works. So there's no mystery to that. So yeah, you could do that. You could try that. I think it's the easiest thing to do, to be honest. I mean, if you would tell me, no, I want to draw something from life, and the only opportunity that I have is I have to go to like the zoo because I want to draw rhinos from life or something like that. I'd be like, okay, that's really specific, and the fact that you want to do it from life, that's going to make it difficult. But with hands, it's just like, just draw your own. If you are, you know, if you can use your own hands as models, then draw your own hands. Yeah.
Liet was saying learning to draw that way with cylinders and cubes and so is generally the way to learn to draw from imagination because it's something that you can memorize and manipulate and build on.
Yeah, but I would say it's not the only way. Like, I don't see Karl Kapinski doing like cylinders and and like structures. No, it's not the only. It is a way. It is a way for sure. And it's not like every comic book artist draws that way either. I don't remember ever seeing James Jean like draw like cylinders, and James would just like straight draw something, or Esau Andrews, like they would just like draw something. It was just like line, or Tomer Hanukkah. It was just pure line. There's a bunch of like comic book artists that they don't really. I mean, they'll search for things. That's a constant for sure. But the way they search for things, and maybe a lot of them do use like geometric shapes and volumes to search for things. But I've seen plenty people that just search in other ways. The important thing, I guess, is to search. But I don't think that there's a way of doing it that is more effective. Fer?
Yep, no, estoy
Okay.
todavía no. Um, so
But again, I would take just to finish
No,
off.
go
I'm
ahead,
sorry,
go ahead.
Danny, to interrupt. Just to I would say I'm not the best person to ask any of this. I should be the first person to say that to you because I just don't do it anymore. I used to do it when I used to work. It was all from imagination. But I don't do it anymore. So
Jeff Acuff was saying for imaginative sketching, check out James Gurney's Imaginative Realism and also books by Terrell Whitlatch.
Oh yeah, she's
And
amazing.
Liat was saying it's not the only way, and a lot of artists that learn that way eventually skip that stage because they don't need to do it anymore.
Yeah, that's probably true also.
Um, Jeff was saying some people just understand spatial and volumetric relationships. Those are the ones that can, quote unquote, just draw. For the rest of us, using the volumetric shapes can help us become more intuitive over time. Velico was saying, yes, I can. Yes, I can. I'm practicing right now. It's hands weak. Yes, I understand and can draw with cylinders and cubes, but I'm more comfortable with more free lines. And then add structure. Mm, let's see. Mira. Mm,
I do think I'm almost done, Daniel Ira.
you think Akiro?
Yeah.
Let's see. Trying to see if I read all the comments. Mm, mm, mm. La Julia acaba de llegar.
Julia Marina.
Julia Marina. Dice, hola, hola, entré a dejarles un saludito y a ver un poco de esta pintura porque me encantó el dibujo.
Muy amable, Julia.
Solo por eso entró Julia.
Pues sí, pero bueno.
Como, hoy sí entré porque hoy sí me gustó.
Interés, ¿cuánto vales?
Hoy sí. El resto de días no había entrado porque pues no me gustó. ¿Qué tal, Julia? ¿Cómo está Julia? Liat was saying in How to Draw the Marvel Way,
I remember
they
that
go
book.
over scribbling as a way of laying in the drawing.
Yeah, I love that book. I grew up with that book.
And Velico was saying, thank you for your recommendations. Thanks to everyone for your recommendations.
Yeah, that was a great book. I loved that book. I think I copied every single drawing in that book.
La Julia dice, jajaja, malos y sí, malos y no.
Ni
La
preguntes.
Julia es molestando a la Julia. Qué bueno tener acá a Julia Marina. Jeff Echo was saying, thank you, Dani y Nico. So nice to spend this time with you all tonight. Buenas noches, Chilita.
Oh, thank you,
Chao, Jeff. Nos
Akoff.
vemos pronto.
Agent Akoff.
Sí, Agent Akoff
Yeah.
y Agent Bailey.
Yeah.
Not Bailey's.
I don't know. That's not going to end up peacefully, I feel.
Felipe Javier dice, hola amigos. Hola Felipe, ¿qué tal? ¿Qué anda haciendo Felipe?
So, Daniel Ira.
Tell me.
Daniel Vira.
No, that sounds like a virus. Daniel Vira.
No, Elvira. I showed you who Elvira was.
Daniel, yeah. It sounded like Daniel Virus.
No. I think I'm good. So this was actually way more fun and like a different rhythm of painting than other paintings that I've been doing recently. So very grateful for that. That's super cool. And I do think that this is going to help this painting almost like quite dramatically, I feel. It's going to be super helpful for me getting into the painting. This is not this light in terms of value. That's going to be my lightest value. But I do like the contrast that I get with those lights and with what is happening here. There's even lights in you that I think are going to be the same value, but I think I'm going to try to control this figure quite a lot so that it can stay in shade, I would say. Yeah, because I like this contrast here.
Yeah, me too. And
I think it's quite beautiful. It's not going to be
as if.
as high. No, 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 because this is like a gray, actually, like a
Mhm.
light gray.
I
But
really like the line,
which one? Oh,
the
this?
left line.
Yeah, I like it too. I like it too. It's very strange, but it's
No,
very
I
nice.
like it so much.
Yeah, yeah.
Please.
But I think we're good. No, no, no. I'm good. I'm for sure gonna leave that one.
I was
That's
gonna say,
actually
please
like,
try to not.
and that's actually like the lightest
Yeah.
light in the painting.
Yes.
I should do this though.
What?
Like, no, 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 no. I'm not gonna do anything to
Uh,
that. Don't worry.
I thought you were gonna be, well, actually,
Well, you know,
I should
if
just
I,
cover it, and it would be fine. I mean,
yeah, I mean, if
you
I
do
really
you
felt
do you,
that I
as
had
I
to,
said.
if I really, really felt I had to, I would do it.
Oh, it's your painting, so.
Yeah, and it's not so much so that you're like, it's my painting, I'll do whatever I want. It's just that if you feel that you need to do something, like, you should always do it. It doesn't matter if people, like 1,000 people could be telling you like, no, no, leave it, leave it. But if you feel you have to, even if it's the worst decision that you'll ever make, you have to do it. So I'm doing this because I much rather put, when I put this gray down, have like a value to it, like
Mhm.
a little bit of tone, underneath it. And to be honest, because I want to see how strange this would look that light with something that has a value right next to it. So
Catherine was saying, I like the wallpaper in this painting.
I know, right? Yeah, so this is better in terms of, it's closer to the mood that the image is going to eventually have, I feel. So, I much rather just see it now as an underpainting than, even though it may look nice to just leave that bare with the drawings. This is probably more important for us as a painting. So
Ya casi tengo que bajar.
yeah. So I think we're good. Daniel
Yes.
Ira?
Yeah, we are. So thank you everyone for being here.
Yes.
Remember, we do have a webpage, ourpaintedlives.com.
Yeah.
We have Instagrams.
Yeah.
Nicolas Uri Beb and Daniela OCMP.
Yeah.
And we'll see you soon. I'm sorry
Yeah.
to rush, but I
We have
to
a
go.
guard dog. We have an attack dog. So be careful
Oh yeah.
if you're ever in
She
the
bites.
vicinity.
No, she just barks, but so
She bites.
no, her toys. But yeah,
Fuck you up.
we'll see you soon.
Bye.